show. Invincible.
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty home, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone,
inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the four-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Say I'm good, honey, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Broke all the cages, no, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. they'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction, 'cause they know Brit and Mo. I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham. This ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Better say no, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment, 'cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. They say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Redemption
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner being Platonia Esports, as well as we have radio partner which is Ish 104.8. This is me, Star Tanya. Alongside me it is Edge. We warmly welcome you to Group 2 of Nepal chapter.
Well, it's been a wonderful, Group One already of the Nepal qualifiers, Nepal Group Stages. Right now, it's time for Group Two. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's just day one. Yes, it's gonna be another day as well. But six maps today, six maps tomorrow. Top six teams out of this 12 will be the one qualifying further into the tournament. I mean, we have some big teams here. KM Brotherhood. That's what I'm looking forward to. There's also, BSHOW MGR. They had a weird run the last time in the qualifiers, but KM Brotherhood, they were just outstanding throughout the entire series.
Well, talking about KM Brotherhood, one more team comes to my mind, which is going to be Fly the Moon. Now, this two team has got a rivalry in terms of having the same drop points, so we can expect some early casualties coming in from two teams. Let's see which team is going to rule the day, which team is not. Because if we compare Group One, definitely Skylight Gaming was a team who dominated on day one and did not leave the position one again on day two. If there's any team coming in, or maybe this is going to be a group of sweat where we can expect the competition or the comparison between teams with only buffer points having 1 to 5. Now that is negligible, you can easily recover that. So I would definitely want to see a close call competition, rather one or two teams dominating an entire 12 set of teams.
I mean, that is true. I mean, we do like to see some competition, but teams, they just want to dominate right from the start, right? I mean, it is a long journey. It is 12 maps. You don't need to win every single map to, get yourself
Hmm.
moving forward into the next stages of the tournament. All you need to do is be consistent enough. Maybe, start the day off good. Maybe a couple of games does not go in your favor. It's okay. Maybe the end the day off good. And then coming back tomorrow, you come back stronger. And just make sure you have enough to qualify. I mean, it doesn't matter if you have, 100, 200 points. All that matters is you need to be in that top six. Because then moving on to the next, that is the next stage of the tournament, that is when you need to bring your A game. Here, you can still, kind of chillax, is what I feel like. 12 teams, six of them will make it through. So that's 50% chance of you making through. So all you need to do is consistency. Consistently good, not consistently bad, obviously. Maybe an average gameplay is also enough, but it's gonna be Bermuda, Forget SHREE, and Kalahari. And talking about that, why don't you walk us through the total prize pool here?
Well, what are they going to fight for? There are no chillaxing moment. I'm very sure of it. Is going to be all chills and thrills, because the prize pool for this humongous tournament of World Esports Cup is nothing but 75 lakhs INR, and the team to take away number one position is going to grab the biggest chunk, 35 lakhs INR, followed by second position for 15 lakh. Third will take away 8 lakhs, so on and so forth. Until position 8, we do see 7-digit figure. So the rest of four teams definitely are not going to take away anything from the prize pool. But then there are some extra titles to be earned. Fan favorite takes away 50k, MVP takes away 50k, best IGL takes away 50k, best clutch takes away 50k, and best underdog team take away 50k. Maybe the figures are of only 5 digit, but the title itself shows so much you are earning playing against such a strong dominant teams, having an experience, and then you are learning out of that. And not only learning, you're also going to get some small chunk, but title matters the most. Imagine being the fan favorite team. You are going to be the limelight, you're going to be the most treasured team amongst all the teams who are participating. So maybe sometimes you have to focus more on the titles rather the amount that you're going to earn.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do without the fans, right? It's all about the fans. I mean, it's about the players, it's about the fans as well. I mean, without you, we wouldn't be anything. We wouldn't, I mean, all the players, they would be feeling, really low. But it's about the cheers, it's about them trying to represent their country, moving on forward in the tournament as well. And right, that 35 lakhs, that's a huge amount. It's not something players are going to be, chilled about. It's going to be chills and chills, as Tanya said. But I mean, this is still the Nepal group stage, right? We are already done with Indian and Pakistani region. We know the teams that are making that has made through, but
Hmm.
now the final six teams, if I'm not wrong, and after this we'll have all teams from all the regions facing off against each other. That is something I cannot wait. Because up until now, it's the teams of each region facing against teams of the same region. But we'll talk about that later. Group two, six maps for today: Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, and then the circus, and then the cycle comes, goes back again. But what do you think? Do you think we're gonna see some repeated booyahs here today, Tanya? Because last time what happened was we see the same winners on Bermuda, then we have another winner on Purgatory who wins the Purgatory yet again. But Kalahari, I don't think we have ever seen repeated winners on Kalahari here.
Oh, well, talking about the map domination, we have got several teams who have already mastered some maps, so we can expect the repetitions of Booyah coming in into the same map. But then we have also seen teams who have dominated an entire first segment, but then underperforming into the next segment. And then talking about the last segment for the day, which is again three more matches to go, that is exactly where my eyes will be sticking to. I would want to see that who is going to make sure that they write a comeback story for themselves, or it is going to be one team dominating an entire six matches of day, because it is never too easy to be strong enough from the start of the day until the end. So what you mentioned, I would definitely second that. Consistency is going to be the key. Consistency is not about booyah getting six booyahs a day. It stands like a negligible chance of 1%. Not all teams, I mean, not a single team can take away all the booyahs of the day. It is going to be mixed for sure, but then we can expect some map domination. We have seen a team taking away two booyahs coming in from map of Bermuda, same for Purgatory and same for Kalahari as well into the Indian segment. We have spotted there are some teams which are very strong into the map of Kalahari. So yet again, it is Nepal segment. We can expect the same coming in from them as well. But then no 2 days can be repeated, because every day we have 12 different teams participating. And talking about 12, the team to take away Booyah, we have got now. If you take away Booyah, you get total of 12 points for yourself. So on and so forth until position 10, you get 1 point. But then for team who are getting the placement of 11 and 12, they go empty handed in terms of placement point, but then they can definitely charge up themselves, even score above position 7, because it is up to kill points that they rely upon, and each kill gives 1 point.
I mean, that is true. It's not always about the booyah. It's not always about just surviving till the end. It's also about the kill points. You get 1 point for every kill. You can be eliminated in fifth to sixth position, even seventh position sometimes, and still be placed number one on the scorecard because of the number of kills. But here's the thing: you kind of have to make sure that you get eliminated in the top six, not top seven. I mean, not in that seventh or eighth position, because that those final points, they do matter sometimes. Around those rank points, they do affect you a little bit, no, but not as much as skill points if you ask me, because once the scores are tied, the one that with the preference is the kill points. So you need to keep that in mind and make sure you have enough kills along with enough rank points to push you through to the next stages of the tournament. Because sometimes, I mean, we did see a lot of teams, does not make it through because of 1 point or because they have less number of kills, and that is so heartbreaking.
Absolutely, that is heartbreaking for the team who was not high on kill points but on placement points. So just playing for the survival basis is not going to go help you go towards my bad help you go through towards the next stages of World's Esports Cup. So make sure you are consistent enough, and also acknowledge that you have got a good balance between placement and kill points. That is how it is going to be an easy qualification. Though today it is going to be easier. It is not the race of the title. It is not to be number one today. You have to just go ahead, pass through the final ribbon, which is position 6. Now it is not going to be easy, I'm very sure of it. It is going to be very tough. Maybe the competition can be even to the single pointer difference, or maybe, as you mentioned right now, that you can also have a tie and the teams to take away higher amount of kills are going to qualify. So never let lose yourself. That is what my perception is. Go ahead, give all in at every stage of play, because if you miss the chance right now, you're never going to have tomorrow. And this is now or never for Nepal chapter, because 12 matches are going to define about which six teams are going to qualify towards next stages.
Yep, six teams. And it's going to be heartbreaking for the other 16. But it has already been an amazing journey for all of them. You got to give it to them. All the players have worked really hard. They practiced they put in so many hours. They put in a lot of effort to make it till here. But to make it forward from here on forward, it's going to be, one hell of a journey as well. It's gonna be another task for them to make it through this particular group stage, and then moving on forward, it's gonna be another task. It's gonna be a mountain to climb. But let's see. We all know Nepal. It has a lot of mountains. I'm pretty sure all of them have been hiking, trekking, or something. So I'm pretty sure they're all ready to, get on the mountains of every single map. I'm pretty sure every map has a mountain as well. So let's see what happens. We are gonna be jumping into the map of Bermuda. But before we go in, Tanya, I don't think people are gonna be liking about this. About what I'm about to ask. But what do you have any favorite team out of these 12?
Well,
Because
not
I'm
in
really looking
particular.
forward to KM Brotherhood. I'm sorry there.
KM Brother is definitely one of the best team to watch out for. But then we have got Naya Nepal here, we have got Dada Gang here. We have got so many good teams. Like these are all filtered teams out of the
Mhm.
starting stage until now. So all the teams have gradually turned into like the filtered teams, out of which each and every group I had two to three favorites, and I'm happy that all 12 teams are again here in Group B of Nepal. So choosing out one is always going to be very very difficult. But all 12 teams are going to go for sure that it is the time we have to prove our worth, and each and every team is going to go for the best of the performances, because we have seen from day one until now how nicely these teams have evolved in terms of picking up fights from only standing within the hard compound, holding for the circles move, and then making a move towards next stages. Now these teams are also ready for crash landing, and that is what matters the most, the growth in the teams. And thanks to World Esports Cup for bringing such a tournament for new teams, for the new underdog teams who have just enrolled into it, and they have gelled up within the team so nicely that they are able to retaliate against big names as well. So it is an achievement in itself. If you're not going to win, you are definitely going to learn so much out of this tournament. And talking about my favorite, all are my favorite, and I'll be diplomat here.
Well, there you go. Tanya said it. Everyone. She's rooting for everyone. So, guys, you need to make sure you don't disappoint Tanya. You need to make sure you don't disappoint your fans. You need to make sure you don't disappoint your, friends and family that you gotta back there, making sure that you make it through 12 teams, out of which 6 will be making it forward into the tournament. Now, here we go. Group 2, day number 1. It's going to be a best of 12, but as usual, we're not going to be asking the teams to play all 12 maps on the same day. We're going to be asking them to play 6 today, 6 tomorrow. But out of those 12, only 6 will be making on forward. And with that being said and done, Bermuda is going to be the first map. And I think the players are ready to jump in to the server. They're already in the server, I'm sorry. But they're ready to jump out of the plane. They're already in the plane. We're just waiting for them to, jump out any second now. So then I'm still waiting for that. Please don't disappoint me. But yeah, with that, there you go. Map of Bermuda. The cinematics are here. And it's gonna be an interesting, because I really am looking forward to see how the side of Camp Brotherhood and Fly the Moon. Fly to Moon, is it? FTM? Is that Fly to Moon, I believe. So, as Tanya said, the rivalry is real. Day 1, map number 1, Group 2 of Nepal. Group stages, well, the flight path, 60-40.
The flight path is good, helpful, spread out shall not be the cause of concern. So shall not we see the early fights coming in. It is going to be the map of peace. Now, very rarely do we get to see into the map of Bermuda. No first blood, but it is what it is. On the grounds of peak, we can see KM Brotherhood. But where is Team NE? Are they going to go ahead and crash land with BSHOW right now? No, they are heading for Mars Electric. And on the grounds of Sentosa, we've got only one team, which is TONDE Gamers. Cape Town looks like a heated up place. We have got two neighbors fighting for one ground. It is going to be FinestAssassin. Against them, it is going to be Arms of Four. Pochinok as well. Now highly populated. It is going to be BSHOW MGR. Against them, NEPAL-ESPORTS. Firing shots are hurt for sure. Damage is delivered, and the knock comes in within first 2 minutes of the map. And it is going to be a confirmation as well. Big show. It is going to be BSHOW putting up a big show here. Confirmation comes in. 2 frags for Team BM.
Oh, there you go. Quick fight already. There, and deep end is not stopping at all. BP-san, he takes down one more. This does not confirm it yet, but BM, they are looking confident right now. They do not have a lot of they do not have a lot of ammo as well, so they need to make sure they land every single shot they use, and that's exactly what Nick is doing. He's just bursting, and then he's stopping. He's not just spamming through. Usually in the game, you just see them spamming the ammo, but they know they don't have a lot of ammo. Still really early and deep and gets himself those kills. Nepal Esports out in position number 12. Not the kind of start that they wanted, but it's still the first game, Tanya. Let's not judge them yet. But BM, well, they're having a really good time here.
Well, they were sharing the grounds, and ultimately now they have decided one team is going to hold the northern side of Cape Town, one team in the southern side of the Cape Town. So it is all peace for now. But peace never continues anywhere when you are playing battle royale, and especially in the map of Bermuda, where you all indeed we all are very comfortable. All 48 players are always comfortable on the map of Bermuda, out of which we can see four casualties happening, one team getting decimated within the early 3 minutes of the map, early 3 minutes of the day indeed. And one more loss is spotted here. Exactly, we have missed where was that fight happening though, and now it is going to be Deepu heading for the yellow crate, easiest way to acquire the loot. And I'm sure of he must be proud of himself, not racing here and there, not running here and there, just going towards yellow crate where nobody is sharing the grounds. And look at it, blimp above the hair, above the grounds of peak as well. So somebody for sure is also going to get that precious grenade launcher. Where yesterday for Nepal, we have very rarely spotted that grenade throwables and cannons being one of the key weapons. Yesterday, it has been one of the strong finisher coming up from Dragog as well as Ace. So today again, we can expect such sort of a play, evolvement, growth from other 12 teams of Nepal as well.
Yep. You're right about that. We did see that yesterday. Maybe we'll see that today as well. But Game Brotherhood, they're still, just going for the lose, making sure they get everything that they need moving on forward into this particular map up here. 4-minute mark. Just had, still a lot of time. The first zone didn't even come to play yet. KMBH, the team that I'm looking forward to. I believe they were the team that had the highest number of, highest score in all of the group stages, if I'm not wrong. Just in between India, Pakistan, and Nepal. I believe this was the team that had the highest score in those group stages, which is a feat to achieve. It's hard to achieve, and they did. So let's see. So everyone's gonna be looking out for them if they can continue to put on a dominant performance every single time, or are they gonna be taken down because group stages are different than the qualifiers, and the next stages of the tournament are going to be different as well. So putting up a consistently dominant performance is difficult, but can they at least put up a good performance consistently is something I have in mind. But what do you think, Tanya? Well, looks like Tanya's, gonna do a little thinking, but we will be taking a look at the circle here. It looks like it's gonna go down south. Mars Electric, Clock Tower, Pochnock, Peak, all of these are in the circle right now. It's still the second zone. First zone. My bad. So not gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Not gonna be something that troubles the teams that are out. There's still a lot of time. Team has 5 with the ride, just turning here and there, just making sure that's SHREE, if I'm not wrong. And last time I still remember SHREE, they had a junior team, and they were actually doing really good. So this time we have the senior team. I don't know if we had the junior team yesterday, but this senior team, they gotta be better than juniors, right?
Absolutely, I don't know exactly if they are going to be senior towards the junior to team or whatsoever is going to happen, but I would definitely come back to the question that you asked, that they need to be consistent. But now we are at stages, consistency is not going to deliver so much because they have been coming from all the way from group stages towards qualifiers, now the league stages. And I think with every passing day, with every passing stage, they have to level up, they have to charge better. Now holding the same fighting techniques is also not going to work wonders for them. So I would definitely want something new coming up, something evolvement seen in every single match passing by, let alone day passing by, because that is how they can easily qualify. They need to have some tricks which are unseen that has yet to be pulled up from the sleeves, from the hat, from wherever they would want to pick up some magic tricks. Because now, if they are not being tricky, if they are not showing some newer side, they might be getting decimated. But for now, we can clearly see there's a fight brewed up between two teams, which is going to be NEPATHYA FTM from the, it was for the moon for sure. Against them, we have seen KM Brotherhood. The team that edge is definitely rooting out for very, very strongly. Bipin has been taken down, and team support will come in. Wukong ability deployed, and another knock attempt was coming in, but Comrade was able to take down Sujana as well. Dark is down on the knees as well. Blue Wall is out of stock now. It is going to be Chrono ability there. The teams are relying on, players are relying on one after the other. The team is put to shut down. It is going to be for the moon team having it all. 4 frags, no loss of players. Dark will be revived in no time. Maybe he doesn't have frags for now, but at least he's still an existing member.
Well, that was quick. And Moon's got to be proud because that was a quick team elimination there. AD4, they still have, I think they're making their way towards, yeah, they're making their way into the zone just now. So let's see. Not a lot of fights going to be happening here. SHREE though. Ooh. They're towards Mars Electric as well. They're really. Oh, never mind. This is in the zone, right? There's nothing to worry about that. Team FTM, 4 kills. Dark is the only one with no kills at the moment. As Tanya said, he's gonna get his fair share of kills later on into the map. But we are already hitting that 9-minute mark. I mean, usually map Bermuda 12-13 minutes. That is when you see the the final fights, the heated zones taking place, the immense action. But we're already here in 9th minute. I mean, about to hit the 9-minute mark. We still have 39 players, Tanya. So it looks like it's gonna be one of those chaotic endings that we always wanted.
Talking about chaos, here it is. It is going to be a fight between two teams, racing a bike right in front of an enemy and not being taken down. No vehicle blast spotted here, but ultimately he is trying to run over the opponent here. Vehicle is damaged to utmost, and now the damage is delivered, and one more knock secured. Rock was a player of distraction who was just moving the vehicle here and there. That is where exactly the advantage was coming in from Gamer, where he was able to not only take one knock but also secure that. Get that point registered. Gamer is still going ahead for some more frags, and now the team FTM, who was looking very strong against KM Brotherhood, is getting shaky right now, and it is going to be last man standing, which is Fortune. Will he be surviving fortunately, or will he be taken down is going to be a question, because team FTM has got total of 8 frags, and team FTM will survive to see another day, but on cost of what? On cost of losing 2 players. Now being handicapped, left only with a 50% of roster on feet, taking away a booyah is just a dream come true, because if we have a look at the clock, we are down 10 minutes, still 33 players are in the lobby, and 9 teams are still strong. Maybe we have got some teams getting into 3 players surviving, 2 players surviving, but there are several teams who have got 4-man roster up and running, and now winning a booyah against men-to-men disadvantage, that is what is not possible, at least. And if they are able to achieve it, that is going to be very, very interesting to watch.
But here's the thing, they don't need the booyah anymore, right? I mean, they already have 8 kills in their name. They can get a couple more kills, which means they already have 10 points. They're already gonna be eliminated in 9th position, which gives them 2 points if I'm not wrong. So that's good, 12 points already. All they need to do right now, make sure they get, eliminated in position number 4 or 5. Maybe get a couple more kills. I think that's good enough to secure them a top 3 finish here in the first score. I mean, the map-wise scorecard. So that's going to be a great start, because 8 kills already with 9 teams still alive and 2 players of them, of the team still in the server. I think a lot can be done. But let's see. I mean, we still have KMBH yet to, open fire. Haven't seen them take a single shot in the entire T of 11 minutes. But it looks like, here we go, that's going to be a fight between 84 and another team. I believe, no, SHREE is already eliminated. I think that's Naya Nepal just making, just scouting the area with the vehicles there.
Well, they need some covers, don't they? Because the circle doesn't always give you that sort of hard compound. And once again, we are seeing indeed a distraction of vehicles here, where Team KMBH are already moving out, and it is going to be a total exposure to them. But for now, they've got a hard compound to work out with. So no loss, no casualties, except for Team FinestAssassins. They've got one player down on the knees. Shall be revived in no time. Well, he wasn't revived. Indeed, he was confirmed here. And now we can clearly see a push coming in from Team KM Brotherhood. They are just trying to go against the team who is already handicapped as a trio. And let's hope that FinestAssassins are able to assassinate at least one of the players. And they started as a trio. Well, they haven't lost any player by far, but they have started as a trio and have got one frag into their pocket. So something good. It is going to be a good start indeed. And talking about Team Tonde Gamer, well, here he has revealed the position of the distractor of the biker, but he's going to go back, reunite with his team. No loss spotted here. Again, a safer approach, except our Tonde Gamer is left without the safer zone. They need to make a move. They can be the victims of being gate kept.
You're right about that, Thunder Gamer. Let's see what they can do. They have 0 kills right now. 30-minute mark about to hit. That third zone is just coming into play. Poach knock. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. KM Brotherhood and Thunders, they're right next to each other. Can this be the fight that we are waiting for? Can KMBH or Tonde Gamers, start getting some kills here? They need to open their account of kills right now, and I think this is gonna be a grenade fights happening. Grenades being thrown. Ooh, Kirky almost went down there, but that... Oh, he still takes a shot. Never mind. He still takes a hit from the grenade. I thought he actually dodged it with the wall. Not gonna be the case, and it's gonna be Aizen taking down Unknown with the grenade. Will not be able to confirm it just yet, but look at Sangam. He's up close with the... Is that a Mac in his hand? No, that's a P90 in his hand. Adib, he is ready to take them down, but Tanjiro will take down Sangam. Does not let his team go down there whatsoever. Taking down, the walls with the good position as a sniper in his hand. Adam takes one down with the shotgun. Nobby gets one with the Car 98. And there you go. The first player is down on the side of KMBS. I believe Naya Nepal and BM Niklop get one. Will not be confirming just yet. And just as I say that, Niklop will confirm that kill onto the players there. And KMBH at a disadvantage.
Men-to-men disadvantage, sure, but this is the team which has a lot of firepower, where they can not only go ahead 3 versus 4, sometimes you've spotted them earning a 2 versus 4 duel, winning it out flawlessly, but this time it looks entirely a different set of play. Team Tonde Gamer looks a tad bit aggressive. 2 frags already, no loss of player. Tanjiro is also healing himself up. It is going to be a 2 versus 4 battle, and now who else is joining the party? It is going to be Arms of 4. So it is a third party attack, sure. Let's see who is going to survive whom, because this is going to be a blessing in disguise for Team KM Brotherhood, because they will be, if Arms of 4 is fighting against Tonde Gamer, it will be their time to just escape out of this battle. Shotgun used right on time. Unknown will be able to secure the first frag for himself without any delay, and the team is shaky once again. Adin is down on the knees. AO4 is reduced, left with only 2 more players, and Jack made short to confirm 1 kill for himself.
Well, Arms of 4, they're in deep trouble here. Naya Nepal will get eliminated in position number 9. KMBH Aizen will take down 1. That MP10 dealing a lot of damage, and so is the Parapole there. But let's see, Tonde Gamer, they still have 3 players alive. Oh, they might just get their 5th kill here. Yep, there you go. They will get that. Tanjiro is knocked out. Not gonna be revived in time. Doom KM Brotherhood gets eliminated in position number 8. That is not something what I expected coming in from them, but what the hell? This is a brilliant strat coming in from TGR. BM21 will get 1 once again. Tanjiro will confirm and will eliminate Arms of 4 in position number 7. Team FA, let's see what they can do. They're actually doing nothing. They're getting taken down here with the shotguns, and the Grows are doing a lot of damage. Kaklik will get 1 more. Suhan confirms it with the M188 shotty. Well, BM 9 kills here, Tanya. They're doing really, really good, and Poison, they're making, TGR pay right now.
BSHOW with 9 frags, are they going to reach the double digit? That is going to be a question for sure. But if you have a look at the team FinestAssassin, where did they vanish? Well, they are on the blue zone. They have to make a move, and now are being gate kept by Team Dada Gang. Now they are also coming to the action. They are exactly on the other end of the blue zone, and first frag confirmed for himself. Hitler is having a destructive weapon, which is grenade launcher. I would definitely want to see some finishers there. But coming back to Team B show here, 9 frags. It is going to be Abhay who still needs to open the account, but it is Team B who is now attacking against Team NEPATHYA FPL. Now they are surviving as a duo. This is a 2 versus 4 battle. This is exactly I was talking about. That fighting against an entire squad is very, very difficult. Will they be able to? Spamming all the available glue walls, and now comes Rock with Woodpecker. Will be able to not only take down but also secure, reducing their advantage of having 2 to 2 is to 4 to reducing it to 2v2. Now that is something massive coming in, and we also see BSHOW a bit down on the knees and will be revived thanks to Nick for now.
Oh boy. Well, that was some play coming in, and TX and DADAGANG Thunder will get eliminated in position number 4, and the beautiful grenade launcher kills there coming in. Hitler gets another one. Cockley. Ooh, what the hell? BSHOW MGR, they get eliminated. FTM, they're still making it work. There you go. I told you, with 2 players alive, doesn't really matter. They can still make it work. DG versus FTM, 2 versus 3 situation. Gamer goes down. All down to Rock right now in a 1 versus 3 situation. He's gonna use the Wukong there, but that grenade just lands off. Oh my god, this is not looking good. Quad kill for Kakler right now. This is going to be the final fight here. 1 versus 3, and looks like Dada Gang will make it on top. Fly to moon. Well, position number 2. I mean, that's still a great performance coming in from them. But Kakle, 5 kills. He's one of the factors that, one of the key players on the side of Dada Gang and the X factor for their team. Congratulations, Dada Gang, for getting the first booyah of the day. First booyah of the Group 2, day number 1, Nepal Group Stages. And they must be feeling really confident here after this particular win.
Oh, well, they started a little late coming into the action, but then I think the way they continue to play, that was something very, very massive, surviving as a squad until the end, saving their members, though they did lose 1 player by the end of the circle, but then still 12 booyah points alongside 9 kill points. That is something massive. And it was 10 by the end, I think, and 5 frags coming in all the way from Kakle, the MVP of the very first booyah. Now, that is massive from this particular man as well. He needs to make sure he continue to put his MVP skills once again. We have spotted this man using any weapons, he masters that, and that is what exactly a best player is indicative, and that is what it needs to be the MVP. Whatever comes into your hand, you have to make sure you get the frags for your team from then. And also reviving was also a key factor. We did spot at a point where they were not ready to lose a single player. They were vulnerable of fires on both the directions, still using all the glue walls available, indeed 3 for sure. Now wasting out 3 glue walls just for 1 revival is also too much, because we very well know at the end of the final circle, the circle was not so trivial one. It didn't have much of hard compound to work out with, but still using your utilities to saving a member is equal to earning a booyah coming in from the masters of the booyah for the very first match for the day, Dada Gang.
Well, you gotta give it to them. There were some incredible fights happening throughout. Just that KM Brotherhood fight. There was a third party there. I believe Tonde Gamer did come out on top, taking on both the teams actually. Hamza 4 did coming in between, but here we go with the booyah actually, and also they have a fair amount of kills, so it wasn't just the booyah. Getting 10 kills with 12 rank points puts them up to 22. That is insane. But at the same time, FTM, they did good enough. As I said, there were 8 kills with 2 players left, and those 2 players got 4 kills for themselves and did survive till the end. That brings the total up to 21. I don't think that's something to be disappointed about, right? They're just 1 point away from the team that actually got the booyah. And then BSHOW MGR, what a performance coming in from them. Good start, 17 total points. Sunday Gamers, 7 kills, 5 rank points, brings their total up to 12. FinestAssassin, 6 rank points, but unfortunately no kill, because you know why? Dada Gang, FTM, BSHOW, and TONDE, they were getting all the kills on the server. 1 kill point, total up to 7. Dada Gang Thunders, no kills, but just staying alive was good enough for them. Brings them up in the top 6 spot with total points of 7 as well, Tanya.
7 points, no frag points, though they need to make sure they balance it out. And for the bottom half of the leaderboard, Arms of Four with 5 points for themselves, KM Brotherhood with 4 points, and it is going to be SHREE PACH with 3 points for themselves. Two placement points for Naya Nepal, but nothing for Brotherhood and Nepal Esports. Now this nothing is going to cost them too much, because once you have zero score for the next map, you have to make sure you make up for the loss of the very first map, as well as earn good rewards, earn good points into the next upcoming map. So we can expect a good show that has to be put up, forceful good show coming in from the bottom half of the leaderboard to level themselves as equal as the first half of the leaderboard. We're talking about Booyah, 10 kill points, Kakle being the MVP, doing all the heavy lifting for his team, and a good team support altogether. But Fly to Moon, a team literally started picking up fight very early on, and then last 2 men surviving until the final circle. Now that is a good achievement. When you lose two players early on, all you have to do is survive somewhere until the middling, but this man was able to survive until the podium. Now that is a good show put up, at least for the start. If they are able to continue this way, they're going to be one of the toughest contender in the lobby.
I mean, they're already a contender. Them. I mean, they had two players, and we were already questioning them, right? They still managed to get 4 kills, those two players, and survived till the end. Rock did good enough. He was being sneaky with the grenades,
Hmm.
with the way he got those kills. It was just third party. They did not get those kills head to head. I gotta say that they were always sneaking in between third party and fourth party teams and making sure they get the kills. It doesn't really matter if it's one-on-one kills or just taking down the player that was already knocked down. All that matters is you need that kill. You need to make sure you get one extra point in the rank placement. That is all that matters. Doesn't really matter how you get it, as long as you get it. And FTM, that is a great, brilliant start. I mean, imagine if they would. What would have happened if they actually got the booyah? They would have been 5 points ahead of every other team. That is insane. Gameplay coming in from them in the first game, considering the fact that they lost two players at the early stages of the map, and but they still got 8 kills. So we need people to understand this. They got the kills, they got the rank points. That is the great balance. And it doesn't really matter, even if they don't get the booyah and they still keep getting the second or third position every single time, they might as well get that first position by the end of the day.
And if they are able to continue this way, I think today itself they are going to cross the marker of 100 points. And now, very rarely we spotted that on the very first day we spot some teams getting a triple digit. If this is the play coming in from the teams like Fly to Moon, we can expect 100 real soon. But always the question is, will they be allowed to? Dominating one map is a thing for sure. They were very well in this map, but then it is next map is going to be the map of Purgatory, where water routes are involved. The rotations are going to be the key factor, and alongside that, where will the circle move? Because right now also in the map of Bermuda, it was a southern circle. Now the teams who were landing on entirely northern side of the map, they were negated, and all they had to do was make a move, pick up fight, and while moving they had to fight against two teams. That is where several teams were decimated. But now coming to Purgatory, the circles are even more drastic. We never see those trivial Brasilia circles anymore. It is always three islands combined, water routes inclusive, and as soon as the third circle comes into the action, both the tiny islands, which are going to be western as well as southern, they are negated by the circle, and mainland only stands the part. Now making a move through the bridge, they have got bridge blocks, zip lines are never safe, water routes are never safe. So we can expect the rotations are going to be key factor once again, and while they are rotating, they should not be losing any players to win the booyah.
Yeah, that is true. Last time we did see one of those final zones being in the water. So I'm really looking forward to see if that happens again. But what do you think, Tana? Do you enjoy that? Do you
Water
like
finishes,
those zones? Yeah, water finishes.
they are amazing, they are eye catcher, they are the hyper part of the day. If at all I am able to witness that yet again, today is going to be my favorite day.
Well, I mean, yeah, me too. I mean, they are really, really interesting to see because that brings out the best in that particular team or the player, right? Because they're in a lot of trouble if they're already in the water. How do you counter that? That is when you have to use 100% of your brain. And if you can, somehow pull it off, then you gotta admit that they are the best player on that server right then and there. But let's see what happens. Purgatory, it's another map. It's not a short. It's not the short map. It's gonna take a while. It's a good map for snipers as well, if you ask me. but close range combats are always there in every single map. So let's see. It all depends on how these teams decide to drop, where they decide to drop off. As Stan said, a lot of waterways, a lot of zip lines. But as always, zip lines are never safe. You can be taken down with those snipers. So let's see if someone's gonna be gatekeeping any of those zip lines, or are they gonna be just to hell with it? We'll play our game while you do yours. But once again, my eyes are on KM Brotherhood. That wasn't a great game, getting eliminated in position number 7 or 8, I believe. But this time, I hope they do put up a better performance. But Thunde Gamers, that was not the gameplay I expected from them. But they did start off strong. They did come out really really strong. So they did prove me wrong once again. Let's see if FTM can pull off another incredible gameplay, another good number of kills, or are any other teams like. Let's see. I really want to see those bottom teams this time come out on top. So the scorecard is kind of balanced. I don't want it to go completely one team's side or top 5 team side. But with that, we have the cinematics of the map of Purgatory.
Here we go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, which is the very second map for Group B. It is World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone. Day 1, Map 2, Group 2, KM Brotherhood already taken a leap here. Where are they heading for? Well, before we talk about where are they heading for, we are going to talk about flight path diagonally bisecting map equally into 50-50. And look at this Western Island. It is going to be Mount Villa. 3 teams are already against each other. Fighting shots are exchanged between SHREE PACH against them. It is going to be Brotherhood. Well, who is going to survive whom? We can see Fortune has confirmed the very first blood. It is not even a minute on the clock edge. What a edgy play coming in on the grounds of Mount Villa.
Well, Kush, he just snaps. It wasn't, forget about a minute. It was like a couple of seconds. He just drops in and takes down one of the players. And SHREE PACH, well, they did get 1 kill, but they gotta make sure that they get multiple, and they need to make sure that they don't get eliminated pretty early. But with that, we have BM getting another one. 804, arms of 4, army of 4, I believe that is, or is it arms? But anyway, arms of 4. They did get 1 kill as well, so 3 kills, 4 kills actually, 3 kills. My bad. Pretty early into the game, with just 1.5 minutes. But AO4 and TGR, this might be another fight here. They are both ready to go, but it's going to be a man disadvantage. A man advantage, rather, for the side of Arms of 4, and a man disadvantage for the side of Thunde Gamer.
Let's see who is going to win whom. Mount Villa is having duels. Moathouse is having duels. So it is right now Team FTN fighting against BSHOW again. Now various different spots spotted on the map of Purgatory where duels are spotted. Who is going to win whom? Who is going to take down whom is going to be a question. Holy will be taken down by Vishal, and no delay in confirmation, turning it to a 3 versus 3 battle. Fights of the equals now, except Kush needs to make sure he heals himself up as early as possible. Dada Gang Thunders against them. We can clearly see SHREE punch. And what a shot coming in from Kush. Vishal down on the knees, racing immediately to get the confirmation, but revival comes in handy, and indeed he will be countered knocked. Will there be any opportunity to get the revival? No is the answer. Dipjal will make sure to confirm that frag as early as possible. Sabingi still down on the knees, and he is confused the bush with the Wukong. Now that was something funny happening with Vishal, and now Vishal is also down on the knees.
Oh my god. That, well, DGX Thunder, they get eliminated, but he's not gonna be happy about that, especially the fact that we got it on stream. Well, when he sees the stream, he's gonna feel really stupid. But Karki will take down another player, will confirm it as well. Simon goes down. Karki actually gets traded. Oh no, Zach. But Comrade, let's see. FTM still doing a lot of work here. BM, get 1. Rock. Oh boy, beautiful shot. Will get 1 more. Was that a grenade launcher coming in from Rock? I think he got himself a second one with the grenade launcher. But Ski Lodge, there's only 1 more player left there. That is not gonna be happy. They're not gonna be happy. Team BM, I believe they have 1 player left there. Ski Lodge. But what's happened to us at Morehouse? Did they get the? Yeah, they got the monopoly there. They did take down the other team.
They were able to get those three frags. On the course, they've lost one player. Well, a fair deal. Winning three kills, losing one player. Once again, it is going to be FTM team losing one player. Once again, if they are able to survive until top three, that is going to be a good consistency spotted. Talking about team Arms of Four, this time they are looking a little strong, and they are on the grounds of Moat House, and they are exactly into the dead set center of the tiny island. They will make a move once the circle takes a shift. We are going to see when are they going to make a move. Yeah, and no, it is going to be Ski Lodge FTM. Well, every place we are seeing casualties, every place we are spotting teams who have picked up fight, except for Central City, where we see the casualties happening with the speed of flash. Now that is something weird. Nobody wants to share the grounds on Central City.
Oh, you're right about that. I don't see anyone taking control of that place either. But FTM once again starting off strong, 3 kills. They did lose one of the players. DG. Let's see. The last time Kakali did get the, did get the MVP. They did get the booyah for themselves. Are they giving up the vehicle for the? Yeah, I mean, what? Oh, they won 3 vehicles. Well, I don't know how wise of a decision that is, but that is part of the other hand. They're still going in for loots, whatever they can find. But at the same time, Brotherhood, they're right next to them. This Lumber Mill area, no one's here, so they're not going to be any trouble being caused. That bridge was not being kept anywhere, but they're running right into the face of PM here. That is Dada Gamers, Dada Gang, I'm sorry. Dada Gang, they're just running straight into the face of BM and also BSHOW MGR. But let's see what happens. And with that, Naya Nepal taking a bit of damage here from the side of Brotherhood.
Well, definitely. They are tanking up a little bit of damage, but that damage is definitely not sufficient enough to confirm the knockers. But if you have a look at the entirely different side of the map, we can clearly spot Dada Gang holding themselves. And now finally, the zipline is always riskier part. Didn't we talk about it at the very start? And team getting eliminated early on. So it is 6 minutes. Two teams are already decimated, and it is going to be Dada Gang again trying to take down one more player coming in from team Dada Gang. FA versus Dada Gang. He's going to race his vehicle, room his vehicle right in front of the faces, and move out like nothing happened. Now, I don't know if this is some sort of a tease or what. Like players coming in against you and opponent team not being able to do anything, and they just chase right in front of your face. I know this is a duty of a scout. Some sort of scouting was done here, but then every single time same strategy is being used, and I really don't understand. When you know that a bike is roaring right in front of your face, why wouldn't 3 players shoot at a time and take down that one confirmation immediately?
Confirming any kills. I mean, the best thing I've seen in a long time. One team knocks out a player, but then someone else confirms a kill. That is heartbreaking, but at the same time, it is smart. And Naya Nepal, they did spot other players, and AWM missing those shots. Not a good side, that is. Bipin, let's see, he's running out in the open. He's just holding on to his dear life there, but that boy will get taken out, but instantly revived. And look at that rated boy. What is he doing? Quick scopes. Too many quick scopes. Or is that just lag? I don't know. It feels like lag, but he's just too good with the quick scopes. Not hitting a lot of shots, but yeah, he's just using that ADS to land a couple of hits. Did manage to deal a bit of damage onto one of the players, but that's about it. Naya Nepal now making their way back to another place, because it's the first zone coming into play. 8-minute mark, 10 squads, 32 players only this time. Last time, by the time it hit 9 minutes, we had 39. But this time, we have a lot of squads, but we don't have a lot of players here, Tanya.
We have got a lot of squads, that is for sure. On an average, each team has got 3 players to work out with, and now that is definitely unhealthy. But if you have a look at Team Dada Gang, once again, they are repeating what they did into the map of Bermuda, not exposing themselves, not revealing themselves, holding a squad strong team until the 3rd or 4th circle. And after 4th circle, they were able to get that massive 10-digit booyah. So maybe once again, if the thing is working into their favor, they should continue. Talking about Team Game Brotherhood, they are on the height, and they've have got an advantage of team as well, except for one player quite far away on the edge of the shore. Little does he know that team's arms of four is not going to rotate from exactly where Deepu is waiting for them, and they are going to rotate from entirely different angle. Now this angle is riskier compared to what Deepu exactly is, because they will have to pick up a fight against the table topper. At least until now they are table toppers. They'll have to fight against Team Dada Gang. 4 versus 4 will not be the duel. It is going to be a 3v4 affair, and they are gradually entering the grounds. So is the circle approaching? Where will the circle go is one of the biggest questions that always bugs up about which teams are going to get the advantage. And here I get my answer. The advantage is only going to go to total of 3 teams, a solo survivor of Tonde Gamer, and 2 teams are going to pick up a battle right here. A team Arms of Four moving away from Moat House, and Dada Gang waiting to create some casualties, commotions, and let's hope they are able to once again win the duel with the consistency that they have shown into the map of Bermuda.
Well, Bermuda was a different story for Getry. Well, looks like this is going to be another one as well. But Brotherhood still sitting on 0 kills. Not a great sight for anyone of their fans, especially. Arms of 4, 3 kills. They're in the waters. Well, the mountains and the waters, that is what's, that is what makes the zone interesting right now. We have this particular hill and the waters as well. But let's see what happens here. Oh boy, let's see. NEPAL-ESPORTS. They're walking. They don't know if team is right here. They did lose 2 players yet again, but this time they only have 3 players. NEPAL-ESPORTS. They need to be careful here. Rock, he's ready with the woodpecker, I believe that is in his hand. He is ready to deal a lot of damage with his teammate as well, Comrade. Car 98 in his hand. Well, NEPAL-ESPORTS though, they're not peeking at all. They're going to be playing it really, really safe. It's out in the open, but they know FTM. They know as soon as they get one shot, if they do not confirm the other kills ASAP, they're going to get taken down. That is exactly why Rock is just holding. He's not going to take the shot, or is he? He's just holding. Why is he holding that particular angle? Does he want to take down the vehicle there, Tanya? Not really sure.
Not really sure for any of the teams right now. What are their tactics? What are their strategies? But for now, it is going to be Team FTM. 3 frags. They are still holding the rooftop of the ski lodge, and they are able to spot an enemy, and Rock allowed him to move away from him. Now that is something strange happening. They should be able to take this player down in no time with woodpecker in the hand, and now he's able to fit the crosshair right on the headshot, and he will be able to not only get the knock but also force that point getting registered. 4 frags for Team FTM. It is going to be a 2v3 affair, and on the course, Suzian will be able to confirm the frag from last man standing. Right now it is going to be a 4v4 between Team Brotherhood. Against them it is going to be KM Brotherhood. 2 brothers fighting against each other. Who wins whom is the question. But right now Ski Lodge was the heated up place, and we missed that duel. I'm very sure of Team FTM has won that duel very strongly.
Well, 9 more squads, 29 players, 12 minutes in. KMBS they still do not have a single kill. Not something what I expected, especially the kind of performance they put in the qualifiers. I expected a lot more, but there's still a lot of time. Let's see, Brotherhood, they're out in the open. They're not going to be dealing any damage just of now, but KM Brotherhood, oh, the vehicle has been damaged. He needs to get off it right now. But Team BH versus KM BH. Ooh, Brotherhood versus KM Brotherhood. Who wins? Who wins this one, Tanya? Rock, on the other hand, Woodpecker dealing a lot of damage. BP Sound once again gets taken down by Rock yet again. I think that's the second time Rock has actually taken him down back-to-back in 2 maps. Well, this fight, it is a third zone coming into play. Aizen once again with the grenade kill, opening things up. Oh, Sangam yet again with the close range fights. Will want to take down one with the shotgun there. Bipin takes down Deepu. Sangam gets himself another one with the shotgun yet again. Is that a Max 7? Yep, that's a Max 7 doing a lot of damage. It's going to be Deepu taking down one more. Brotherhood gets taken out. Those shotguns deal a lot of damage up close. Sangam, beautiful play coming in from him. Getting triple kill. And then he did go down, but he's going to be revived. So, Game Brotherhood, that is the kind of dominance we want. No casualties, but did manage to take down the entire squad all by themselves.
Brotherhood totally put to shut down. KM Brotherhood not losing any players but winning 4 frags. And Circle is playing the best role right now by taking shift towards Ski Lodge. A team FTM moving from the rooftops of the Ski Lodge towards a little northern side. And if you have a look at Team Dada Gang, still not involving into any fight. Once again, that is indicative that all they are trying to do is play for the booyah. Grenade coming in. It is going to be Sandeep Gamer facing a lot of grenade damage, but then thanks to chrono ability, thanks to the blue walls, he is not going to be taken down. But now the chrono ability is wasted out. So are the blue walls. Attempt to perish the blue walls is what Comrade trying, but then Comrade is also trying to spot at other player coming in from Team Nepal-ESPORTS, the team to go empty-handed with a score of 0. It is going to be a 2v3 affair. Who wins this duel is going to be a question. And on the other side, KM Brotherhood again coming to the action. They are able to take one more frag. And against whom are they fighting? It is going to be a worthy question that is supposed to be asked.
Let's see what happens. 15-minute mark. Arms of 4. They've just made their way into the zone right now. Nepal-ESPORTS get 1. Liquid gets another 1. But Arms of 4 with the Woodpecker takes down 3 PACH actually. But it's... Oh! Wait a second. Nepal-ESPORTS eliminated Fly to Moon? That is unfortunate. So they're not going to be in the top 2 this time around. But Arms of 4, they still have a couple of players alive right there. Jack and Megs. Let's see. This is gonna be a 2 versus. This is gonna be the the FTM all around once again. But Fortune, the only survivor for the side of SHREE PACH, he's trying to do something with the grenades, but it's not working. His outfit, well, all I'm gonna say, I like the colorway. But yeah, on the other hand, there's a grenade knock. Oh, Jack's in trouble. This means that, yep, there you go. This means that there's only one player left for the Arm to 4. And at the same time, one player left on the side of SHREE PACH. So one of them will get 1 point extra when compared to the other team. FA, they keep coming in with 1 man less. I think that's a really big disadvantage. Losing a player is a different thing, but joining the server with 1 player less, it's another thing. Fortune will get that kill. Will eliminate SHREE PACH Junior, I believe. No, sorry. Will eliminate the other team, Arms of 4. SHREE PACH Junior get eliminated in position number 5 as well. Tanya, this is not looking good. Hungry God. Oh, beautiful AWM shot will confirm the kill onto Aizen there. KMPH. Ooh, Nobby will land the shot, but not good enough.
Well, once again, they will stand back as the trio. Losing one player, it's okay. Still, they stand chance to go ahead, get the required booyah. Now, this is the time we can expect Dada Gang coming into the action. But then counter action also comes in from Nepal-ESPORTS. They will put a shutdown to Team Dada Gang. It is 10 players, 3 teams remaining, and also 3 minutes on the clock. None of the team is within the circle. Each and every team is trying to play on the edge, not on the safe circle, but on the crescent of the blue zone. Well, let's see what is going to happen next. Summon airdrop being called, the only cover that is going to be helpful. KM Brotherhood will with total of 6 kills and a good cover of rock. They will make a move once circle takes the shift. And here we can see treatment gun being used. They are out of resources. They are out of health kits now, except for Hungry still having, wow, what a connection of shot. But if at all, it would have been a headshot, and ultimately now it does. KM Brotherhoods, one more player down on the knees. Once again with the cover of the rock, the player shall be revived.
Well, Hungry God's hitting some nasty shots there. He's hungry for kill. There you go, gets another one on the lobby. Base sound takes down one more rated boy, gets himself 100 God, gets himself a double kill, actually a quad kill I believe overall. KM Brotherhood get eliminated in position number 3. This is not gonna be an easy one. Nepal-ESPORTS, Sandeep Gamer, Dennis is the only one alive right now. Naya Nepal, can they get this booyah here? They have a 3 players standing right now. Dennis gets 1, but Sandeep Gamer gets eliminated by the grenade launcher with the shotguns. Deal a lot more damage when compared to any other thing right now. And Naya Nepal, what a game coming in from them, especially Hungry God with those quick AWM shots. Absolutely insane. Congratulations, Naya Nepal, for getting the booyah in that second map of day number 1, group number 2 of the Nepal Group Stages. But Tanya, what do you have to say about this?
Well, certainly. I am happy to see some teams who got eliminated empty handed. Teams like Nepal-ESPORTS, they were on position 11 with total of zero score, but this time they survive until top three. I think this is exactly what we asked for, that the teams who are having zero score needs to make sure that they level up into the next map. And I think our wishes are fulfilled, our wishes are granted. But for this particular map, Team Nepal definitely put a very good show. They had the only cover that they had was the cover of the rocks, but then they were able to stop any other team also entering the circle with those crisp arm shot. Arm is one of the best weapon to go ahead, gatekeep, block, attack, defend, everything possible. And I think this man literally knew about how to move ahead.
Well, that is true. AWM, one shot, one kill. Well, that is a gun to, it's hard to master, but if you master it, long range, close range, mid range, doesn't really matter what range, you will get those kills. And the penetration of that is really high as well. The damage is high as well. Yes, it's a bit slow, but sometimes if you're precise enough, all you need is one shot, right? Maybe not when you're on the vehicle, or maybe when you're not when you're trying to break down walls, that gun cannot be used. But apart from that, anyhow, anywhere, any map, AWM is a great weapon, if you ask me. And Hungry God, he was putting it to great use. Some six shots onto Nobby there with the headshots there with the AWM, and knocking them out, making sure they move. He was at the back lanes. Did you see that? I mean, his teammates were moving up front. He was in the back lanes trying to cover them. They know that as soon as they see some players running out in the open, they are gonna peek, and that's exactly when Hungry God has his aim set up. And as soon as they peek, they're done because AWM is just that good.
Well, who else is good? It is going to be Team Nepal with total of 19 points for themselves, followed by Nepal Esports with 17 points for themselves. And Nepal Esports, the team to go out, get eliminated on the map of Bermuda with zero frags and zero placement points, are able to be the highest frag and survive until position 2. Something good, and also leveling up, laddering up. This is exactly what you have to do. Talking about Team KM Brotherhood, they have got total of 14 points to work out with. SHREE PACH surviving until 12 points. That is on. They were able to survive until fourth position and also get 6 kills. A good balance spotted coming in from Team SHREE PACH Dada Gang, a team to take away a booyah. Certainly, they were able to survive until 7 points for themselves, but then this time they only were able to procure 2 frags. Talking about arms of 4, 8 points in all.
Well, that is a good balance, as we were talking about. To have, we wanted to see the bottom four teams make it. Sorry, bottom six teams after that first scorecard, and they kind of delivered it. To be honest, I mean, all these teams, Naya Nepal, Nepal Esports, Game Brotherhood, they were at the bottom half, if I'm not wrong. Arms of four as well, I believe. So having looking them at the top, watching them at the top of the scoreboard this time around, 8 kills for Nepal Esports, 7 for Nepal. Brilliant gameplay. KM Brotherhood, this was the kind of gameplay we expected. Not exactly the placement that I wanted them to get, but yeah, once again, not being biased. It's just I love their gameplay. Anyway, free punch, beautiful gameplay coming in from them. Talking about the bottom half of the scoreboard, FTM. Last time they were the second, but this time, well, 4 kills is what they have to settle in for. Finest Assassins, 5 rank points, 2 kill points, brings the total up to 7, same as FTM. Dada Gang Thunders, they did get eliminated pretty early, but they did get 2 kills, so they are not in 12th position or 11th, rather ninth. They'll take it. Something is better than nothing. Tonde Gamer, well, terrible gameplay. That's all I'm gonna say. Rank position number, I mean, rank points 1, kill points 1, total up to 2. Brotherhood, well, once again, they did get eliminated pretty early, no kill points as well, total up to 2. BSHOW MGR, after that first map, I actually thought they might put in a better performance. Well, guess what? They proved me wrong yet again. They're sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard. 1 total point here, Tanya.
Best part is that there's no zero score here, because zero is definitely disheartening, and when you see a zero for yourself, you lose some sort of hope. So it's okay. One is still the beginning, and it is second map only for the day. They still have 4 more to follow. And if you have a look at Team FTM, a team who was able to survive as a duos this time, they were not able to make up to the mark as a trio as well. But then ultimately left with only 2 players. All they did was were not ready to leave the grounds of Ski Lodge, holding holding the roof for way too long, from where they were easily able to get those picks required. They had total of 4 frags accumulative, but ultimately you need to switch a little and you need to rotate a little in terms of wherever the circle goes. Maybe if you're not happy by entering the center of the circle, that is a total agreeable point where you might be vulnerable to attacks from all 4 different directions, but then still going edge to edge would be a safer bet. I think they delayed the rotation, and that is what the price they are paying for not being spotted into the first half of the leaderboard. Apart from that, the Booyah Baggers team definitely won the hearts. The way they were using Om, the way they were able to stop the teams from entering the circle, that is all through very, very audible how dominating this team is.
Well, I'm not really sure about edge to edge, but one thing's for sure, we'll be switching edge to Arca right now. We'll be, walking you through the rest of the games for the day. I'll be going in, I'll be taking a break, and I'll be back. And as well as Tanya. So me and Tanya will be going in for a short break. We'll be back because we still have 4 more maps left for the day. But until then, you guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back after a short break, 2 matches down. We are going to start with the map of Kalahari, the map of snipers. I am Star Tanya. Alongside me, it is Arka. Arka, how are you feeling right now? Because the teams are leveling up. The team who got eliminated very early on in the map of Bermuda are outshining, closing to Booyah into the map of Purgatory.
The thing is, I was not having such a great day from morning. Somewhere I was falling ill, and I really thought that I could back out from today, from casting the today's game. But all of a sudden, the first game, the kind of pickings which was shown by Dada Gang, it literally put some energy inside me, and I decided, no, let me not forget what's happening today. Let me not forget that it's going to be the fight to the finish coming in from the Nepal chapter. So let me step in and do my best and see how much I can hold on to the energy inside me. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is World Esports Cup Day 1, Map 3, Group 2, and we all know that this map of Kalar is going to be very crucial, as there is going to be exchange coming in from when it comes to the top table. We are able to see the teams on the bottom have started to perform. The flight path is going almost to the center, right to the western side of Refinery, making sure everybody can go to the drop location. No early skirmishes can be coming in, but which team are you watching for right now, Tanya?
Well, I am not watching out for team, but I am watching out for Refinery. First blood has already been drawn. The players have not even done the landing part, and the blood has been drawn. That is a very rare case scenario coming in from team SHREE PACH, a team definitely now leveling up. The team who could not perform into the map of Bermuda doing good in the grounds of Purgatory now, as well as Kalahari. Imagine Arka getting a knock while the players are landing. What a quick kill that was.
It's important for you to understand where your drop location is, and at the same time it's also important for you to go and land on the armory itself or on the gun itself, so that as soon as you land and pick it up, all you have to do is shoot down those birds in the air and make sure that you pick up that early frag. And I do believe that this is going to be a learning lesson for those teams who tend to try to be a scout in the air rather than on foot themselves. So it's important for you to make sure that you have a proper distance inside, in case you're trying to scout out against an enemy. But in case you do able to detect an enemy below you, make sure that you glide down as soon as possible, or else this is going to be the fate. All these things said and done, DG coming in. There are two DGs, right? One is Dada Gang and one is going to be one more Dada Gang. The third name from the secondary Dada Gang, I really don't know, but that did confuse me in the beginning of the thing when I was watching the stream. But ultimately, what a gameplay it has been coming in from the side of Dada Gang, expecting for them to explode even more in this map, because they were pretty much the wounded lion in the previous game.
Well, it is going to be Dada Gang Thunders. Still, they need to make sure they create some thundering performances for themselves. But if you have a look at this particular team, which is Thunders, the team that you're talking about, we haven't seen such outshining performances, at least not yet. Maybe the map of Kalahari, the usual table turner, can bring out some change in them and also level up, because it is just the third map for the day. We are going to have many more, 3 more to go indeed, and 6 more tomorrow. So long journey still awaits these all players. And if you have a look at team Dada Gang themselves, the team to take away Booyah, well, I always appreciate play coming in from Kakle. No matter what, if he is surviving, the hopes for the teams are also surviving towards Booyah. No doubt each and every player has got a very good firepower. They are able to get so much kills altogether, but still Kakle always tends to be the MVP. On the grounds of sub, we can see Team Thunder split apart, getting the best of loots possible, and look safe as well. And look at something happening. Kakle all by himself, very far away, he's able to spot finest assassins here.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see whether who's going to be the finest of these diamonds over here. We all know that Kakle's got the right kind of gun with less recoil, but all he has to do is make sure that he puts in good use as well. All these things said and done. Tanya, I think you would agree when I say this, that this is one of the strongest groups fighting out one another, is what I would like to say. You have Naya Nepal, you have KM Brotherhood, we have Dada Gang, we have one more Dada Gang, Arms of Four. I mean, I did not expect all of these teams to be under one, specific group, especially FTM. Then we have Brotherhood coming in. I mean, all of these teams have a very good opportunity. Somewhere I felt that, two teams were not with one another, but on the other side, that Kakle is trying to push his luck over here, trying to get as many shots as possible. It's going to be DG trying to do their best. It's going to be Uwe who's trying to push in as much as possible. DG doesn't find that frag, is what I would like to say. They will be picking up one, but the push coming in from the other side is going to be getting one more. Two frags for them. Dada Gang leading the fight from the front to make sure that it's going to be easy picking for them. FTM on the other side will be losing a player and still trying to fight it out. We have to see how Dada Gang will look forward for this, because in the previous game, even though they were denied with the Booyah, they would want to grab another one to make sure that, they settle the score the first day itself.
Well, talking about settlement, I don't think here BSHOW MGRs are going to settle for a loss here against Team Naya Nepal. Team Naya Nepal taking away a booyah, going as strong as possible. Now they're going to fight, and on the grounds of Maze, you tend to get a lot of cover. On the other side of the grounds of Kalario, on the grounds of Refinery, it is going to be Megs taking down the first frag for himself. Refinery was heated up very early on, like within 45 seconds, we got a casualty reported here, and once again, on the count of 5th minute, we can see one more. So Refinery, if at all, it is going to be a center of a circle, one of the precise points to watch out for, where the fights, rotations, camping, everything can be anticipated. Now this is an element of surprise, Arka. Every single time from Team Dada Gang, we see a racer as a distractor racing right in front of the faces of enemies, and other three players are shredding apart the entire team. Now this is a good tie up, at least for the start, but if it is going to continue to play that way, or if it is not, that time is only going to show us. But there's something else is happening, that is a car blast spotted here.
Absolutely. FA is trying to do much damage against the team which is trying to push their luck with the vehicles. As you said, one lurker has always been the point of distraction for most of the team, but he has to be very careful, because in case he gets taken down and he's getting decimated in the beginning itself, that is going to cost a lot for the team. And having a man advantage is going to be the most important thing when it comes to the game of Free Fire. It's important for you to make sure that you have all 4 men standing in the final circle, not only for the advantage of man, but also for the advantage of the grenadier, or probably assault, or whatever role you're playing. All these things said and done, FTM on the other side, somewhere I feel that this team will be able to bounce back, because in the first game they played really well, but in the second game they got taken down very soon, right? So somewhere they were holding that 7th or the 8th position. Yeah, so it's important for them to bounce back with just 7 points the previous game. BM on the other side in close proximity. They're doing their best to take down enemies running around with the vehicle. In case the crosshairs went in properly, that could have been a decimation against the squad. It's going to be hard for them. There's another person coming a bit more closer inside the chrono shield. This close range fight seems to be more and more intense. It's the M10 coming into play, but Pack 7 seems to be a little more promising for most of these teams. BM will be losing 2 players. Team DG on the other side, the decimation continues from their corner.
The decimation is going to continue. The kill points are going to get acquired, as many possible. Talking about Team Nepal, no kill points spotted here, but it is going to be Team SHREE Punch. Once again, it is Kush who confirmed the second or the third for himself. And KM Brotherhood is using grenades against Team Arms of 4. Well, he was able to also secure that kill for himself. Well, we are going to talk about that a little later, but coming back to Team Nepal, it is going to be 4 versus 4 battle. Once again, vehicles getting spotted. Zone is shrinking in. All the players are racing here and there. It is a total commotion. But then Foxtrot was spotted here, and a quadra being earned somewhere on the other side of the map.
Yeah, Naya Nepal on the other side wants to take a chunk of whatever possible. Team DG on the other side, I really like the way, they're playing this out. But at the same time, now Zone, as well as the players trying to take them down, that is going to be hard. On the other side, Naya Nepal also gets a frag for themselves, against themselves. It's going to be somewhere closer to the side of Refinery. This circle shift is going to be much more faster, much more better at given point of time. BM with left out 2 other players. They'll be playing for placement points from here on. Naya Nepal, because they had a concentration against the side of, Dada Gang, we are able to see that they are also getting decimated. A lot of skirmishes happening here and there, due to which we are getting a little bit confused when it comes to these names. All these things said, and Naya Nepal left out with 3 players. Let's see how things will turn out for them.
Well, something is not definitely turning out good for them. No frags. They have been fighting here since so long. They are left with no kills, and I really don't know, because they had a good angle, they had a good height, but now it
Oh
is going
no,
to be
no, 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 no,
Abaddon
no.
who might be able to take down one more player. Grenade will be missed, sure, but the player is rushing, chasing immediately into the sniper tower, and the 2 players are trying to fight one at a time. He'll be able to take down one, but not the other, sure, and the other player is left to bleed to death. There's nobody who can revive them. It is going to be the very first frag for Team Naya Nepal with a 2-man roster on feet and so much loot to get coming in from death crates. If you have a look at the leaderboard right now, Dada Gang still will be on number 1 with a total of 33 points into their name, 2 frags into their name, and the best part is only team having 4 player on feet.
Yeah, absolutely. I think TGR also have 4 players on their feet, but still, having that advantage of getting into a skirmish and still surviving with all 4 men standing will give them a higher advantage for sure. Naya Nepal on the other side have to make it inside the circle. The zone seems to be, a little bit of a concern for most of these teams. Like, we have been seeing that the zone gets predicted easily from yesterday, but today again, it's turning out to be something different. Look at this circle. We can see that, Refinery is where you would like to hold, where DG is actually holding it as much as possible in case the zone shifts away from Refinery towards the side of Mammoth, where the chances are really high. That is when Team DG will have a little bit of a problem. All these things said and done, FTM is stacking up to whatever loot possible for themselves. Team DG on the other side is pretty much in close proximity with them. We can see a push also coming in from their side. FTM have to regroup, make sure that they have all 3 men standing in close proximity with one another in case they want to take down. A grenade is being cooked, trying to be thrown against the side of FTM. I don't know whether they are aware of this thing happening over here. In case they are, then they're just allowing DG to burn their resources so that in a close range battle they can actually take advantage of everything.
Well, very rarely do we see this sort of fumes coming in into action. Grenades, vehicle blast, everything is looking very fearful, very dreadful, at least from my point of view. And right now, who else is going to keep Team Dada Gang? Now, this is a team. If we talk about Team Dada Gang, we have repeatedly spotted one thing in common: they don't come into the action until 3rd or 4th circle. But now they are forced to, because they have to make a move towards circle. This team had a good battle into the map of Bermuda, and they're continuing their rivalry on the grounds of Kalari as well. First blood has been drawn. Team FTM now left with only 2 men roster on their feet, and on the course, Team Dada Gang is not only fighting with the one team, but they're also picking up battles against FinestAssassin, the team who were spotted on Refinery. Now they have made a move. They don't want to hold on to Refinery anymore, though it is in circle. They were the kings here, but they have chosen rotation above holding it, because holding such a prime location is never too easy. Every opponent gets attracted to you, and they want to make sure they survive a little longer. They want those standing points for sure. Coming back to Team Tonde Gamer, Karki, the usual MVV player, is down on the knees, is revived immediately, will be healed up immediately, and near to the vehicle, they are still trying to get the TPP to pick up fight. On which angle, that is going to be a question, because they have an option to fight against any of the 2 teams available, and all thanks to this verticality involved into the map of Kalahari.
Yeah, absolutely. But Tonde Gamer have to make sure that they put points on the table, because they are not having the best spot right now. And we're able to see that grenade actually, almost took the player down. But a rush coming in with the vehicle, making them pay. It's going to be a very good gameplay coming in from the side of Tonde Gamer. One more frag coming in the name. The first frag, to be specific, coming in the name. From here on, they have to pick up the pace, or else things can actually go wrong. But on the other side, we're able to see that KMBH, having advantage of the side of Refinery, will be picking up 5 frags for themselves. I think it's Azan, if I'm not wrong. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but though he's got 4 frags in his name, he's playing it as strong as possible. He's trying to lead the team from the front, trying to push in against the side of SG at this point of time. Let's see how well can he pan out this game, because if he's the first person to get taken down, then things can actually go wrong. We can see that Nubi is trying to push in. He sees that there's a player in front of him right now, gets into his crosshairs, gets decimated, and that's going to be the end. And the new kill leader is going to be KM Brothers.
They are going to be kill leaders. KM Brothers, well, they're talking about Aizen himself. He is able to procure that required Cobra. They are on the edge of the circle, having an advantage to gatekeep total of 3 teams. So the other gang being quite far away. Right now, it is going to be a fight between KM Brother Mobi being spotted by Raja with AC80. He was taken down, will be revived. And if you have a look at the SHREE Punch right now, they're climbing the mountains gradually, jumping and hiking. Let's see where are they exactly trying to go and which team are they willing to face off right now. It is Refinery once again, and it is going to be two teams fighting against each other. Finally, we get to see Brotherhood versus KM Brotherhood. Previous duel was won by KM Brotherhood. Brotherhoods were immediately decimated. Right now, again, they are into a man-to-man disadvantage. And Naya Nepal, the team to take away the Booyah, is also now decimated. 3 versus 2 is the option. The battle is still winnable. It is still doable.
Oh, good one.
But will they be able to do grenade from eyes? And this should have been fifth. And it is not going to be fifth. The player is going to get revived except for if Blue Zone doesn't eats himself up. And Blue Zone definitely eats up the team Brotherhood here.
Yeah, absolutely. But Brotherhood have actually got, divided attention over here. They're taking more than one challenge. Let's see whether they'll be able to, digest whatever they've chewn over here, because they have taken more than what they're capable of at this point of time. Team S5 is coming in close proximity. That crosshair not landing properly gives Unknown an opportunity to take a player down. The second one walking into his crosshair as well. Kush will be the man standing. I hope he had a throwable in his name. No, he doesn't. And then ultimately, that is going to be the end for them, is what I would like to say. Brotherhood eliminated completely from the other corner. FreeFire also getting eliminated. It's going to be TGR right now in the crosshairs of FTM. I know that TGR have a very good opportunity to, take the players down, but that long range battle, if they have an AC80, that's the only way it's going to be possible. Brotherhood on the other side concentrating on Team DJ at this point of time. Let's see how things will work out for them, as most of their resources are getting burned, and they're burning it against just a man, against a team with 2 men standing.
Well, this has been a succession of elimination. Almost 4 teams getting eliminated within just a 2 minute of time span. Definitely the teams were able to survive until the final 4th minute of this map of Kalahari. But then not everybody is going to survive. Look at the placements right now. TONDE Gamer has got an advantage of height. Zone is closing in. There's nothing that can be done from here except for tanking all the zone damage, all the fall damage. DJ Heal has already been used, and fight off the cliffs. Very rarely do we spot that, and it is going to be Karki who will be able to take down, not only take down but also confirm himself 1 point. Now KM Brotherhood having the advantage of circle and disadvantage of height. With that, they will be able to take down 2 more kills. Last man standing from Fight to Moon is also put to shut down, and Team TONDE Gamer are still roaring loudest. 10 cracks for KM Brotherhood, only 1 man on float, and fall damage is the only option available. But they are going to go safe, rather sorry, and it is going to be 2 teams and 1 versus 2, and 10th frag going into the pockets of Team TONDE again.
The last 1 minute was so intense that we were not able to see which team is actually decimating the other. Rather, we were just looking at 1 or 2 players getting, taken down. But all these things said and done, what a booyah being secured by the side of TONDE Gamers. Somewhere I felt that could not be possible from this team. It, that position which they held for a brief period of time actually gave them that opportunity. But at the same time, that high ground advantage did help them out, right? And on the other side, we were able to see that Brotherhood, when they had put 10 frags, they had 11 more alive in the room. Somewhere I felt that, if they had concentrated equally on all the directions, looking on the northern side, looking on the top as well as on the front, that could have given them an opportunity. They were just concentrating on one team, due to which they got decimated. A rotation from there towards the ridge also could have helped them out, because there was no team above their head, but rather all the teams in front of them. So if Brotherhood had pushed in towards the ridge in front of them, that could also have given them an opportunity to secure the booyah. All these are just speculations, because we all know in the game, and the pressure situation are there, when there's so many glue walls in front of you, you will obviously be scared to step out in the open. And I do believe that the best team is actually the team which dare to move forward, has actually got the booyah in the map of Kalahari.
Absolutely, and they could have got some extra kill points for sure, but Booyah was always a dream come true. They had to face off 3 more teams right in front of them, and the team who had the advantage of height turned into a disadvantage within a snap of a
Exactly.
second. When zone started to close, and all they had to do was take as much of jump possible. They were tanking up lot of zone damage, lot of fall damage, losing players badly, and there was no scope for KM Brotherhood lately when they could have taken a Booyah. But Team TONDE Gamer made sure to pick up as many kills coming their way. They had total of 10 kills for themselves and a good set of play, holding a cliff where they were not only picking up battles below the cliff but right in front of them. So it was a fight of a valley happening, two cliffs, but two teams holding each cliff, and then a team within the valleys. They were struggling bad from both the ends, and that team was nothing but KM Brotherhood. They had nowhere to race.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, as I said, it was important. It was the team which actually dared to move forward, which actually got the booyah. But we'll be looking at the overall map-wise scorecard, where we're able to see Tonde Gamers coming in on the top with that booyah, as well as 10 kills for themselves. 22 points is what they're going to be putting up. A good one is what I like to say. KM Brotherhood on the other side with 18 for themselves. So these two players getting a total of 20 points and allowing the rest. We are able to see that there's a 9 plus 12 plus 14 coming in from the second half. So 34 points already coming in with the first 6 teams. The rest of the teams, I don't think is going to have a bigger chunk. But the point differences in the overall is what we'll be looking at. It's going to be from the third to the sixth position, just 1 to 2 point difference, which can be put up in the overall points table. All these things said and done, Tonde Gamers will be the only team which will be awarded with a lot.
Definitely. Today gamer, well, they have been consistent as well in terms of kill points for sure.
34.
Not being able to survive until 3 or 4, not being able to survive beyond top 4, and now ultimately bagging a booyah. Something good spotted here. But Team Dada Gang is definitely, they are struggling now to keep up with the pace that they created into the very start of the map. Now they need to make sure they don't lose matches furthermore. If they do, I mean, they will not be able to retain their top 3 position which they created for themselves. They need to change it. I don't know what exactly they are in need of change, but certainly the surviving and doing nothing until fourth circle is what they are doing repeatedly. Now they need to make sure they either start picking up fight, or maybe while rotating, not battling against 2 teams, 3 teams at a time. That is again a better part, a safer part, but then also start picking up some early fights is one key thing that Dada Gang can go ahead with and again be spotted in top 3. Talking about the latter half of the leaderboard, BSHOW is spotted here on position 7 with score of 5. Same for Dada Gang Thunder. They are also spotted on position 8 with score 5.
Yeah, absolutely. B shows are actually picking up the pace, is what I would like to say. But what do you have to say about Naya Nepal as well as DADAGANG Thunders? Because they look more promising in the first half of the day, but now it seems to be something is hindering them. What could be that one point of concern which they have to, do to make sure that they bring a change and start to perform better in this game?
Oh, well, for Team Naya Nepal, they just took away a booyah into the map of Purgatory. Maybe Kalahari is not their favorite map to perform, or whatever might be the reason, but they are doing very good. Bermuda was a little devastating. They were not able to get into top 6 as well, but Purgatory was a ruling map for them. And now again, Kalahari, they are spotted into the bottom 3 of the leaderboard. So maybe once again, with the rotation of map, we can expect Team Naya Nepal to again
Yep.
level up, outshine, outperform, coming from all 12 teams. We can expect, because first 3 maps are always the map of learning, and the next 3 maps are the map of earning. So we can expect that they are going to earn good rewards, good booyahs, good kill points into the remaining 3 maps for the day.
Yeah, as you said, it could be the map of earning and learning, but one team which actually starts to take the first map itself as the map of earning will be the team which will be awarded on the top of the table, is what I'd like to put forward. Because, yeah, I ultimately, the learning stages could be a better job, but if you have done the homework properly and then stepping into this game, I do believe that you'll start to earn from the first map, first get go of the map itself. All these things said and done, I would want to see how the overall points table looks like, because that is where everybody will be eyeing at. That is where everybody will be seeing as to where they are standing, what is not working out for them. Is it the placement or the kill points? But we all know that, sometimes it's important for you to balance it out. Sometimes it's important for you to pick up so many booyahs for yourselves that you do not have to worry about the kill points behind you, because we have seen there are teams which are capable of doing it, but some teams are also capable of getting just kill points every now and then and making sure that they're on the top of the table. For now, the balance is not going to be gained by anybody, as Dada Gang will be leading on the top with 25 rank points for themselves. 40 is what is going to be the close call, is going to be coming in for the first 4 positions. 40 38, 36 36 is what it is. Only one team is actually found two teams are actually found the perfect balance between the rank and kill points. One is going to be FTM, the other one is going to be Tonde Gamers.
Definitely. Tonde Gamers were the team with the highest amount of frags, but now that title is also gone. Neither they are on position one, nor are they highest fraggers. It is going to be Nepathya FTM, Fly to Moon, taking away the title of highest frag. And look at the balance coming in from the teams. Nepathya FTM, they've got 19 placement points, 19 kill points. Same balance in placement points for Tonde Gamers, 18 and 18 each. KM Brotherhood, very close with the balance as well. Top four teams are definitely performing very, very well, except for Dada Gang. They are more of a placement players, like they would want to survive until the third circle. Now if they continue to do so, I'm afraid Nepathya FTM as well as Tonde Gamer might overcross them, might also snatch away the position one, because the buffer is negligible. 2 points of each buffer coming in between position 1, 2 and 3. For position 4, once again we are spotting the same score of 36. Talking about the SHREE patch, the start of the day was not good for sure, but ultimately now they've started to do middling here, and let's hope they're able to continue to do so, because here today the day is not to get the number one title, but to survive strongly, take some easy picks and reach until top 6. And talking about top 6, FinestAssassin, with only 5 frags, they are able to cross the standing points of number 2 team. Imagine how consistent FinestAssassins are in terms of survival.
Absolutely. But at the same time, if you concentrate on being the top of the table the first day, you would have done most of the heavy lifting, right? So the second day is going to be a little calm for you to make sure that, you can play for an average point. But from the first day, if you're actually playing for an average pointer, you have to make sure it's consistent, because consistency is going to be the key for especially teams like SHREE Punch, as well as SHREE Patch, as well as Finest Assassins. We were speaking about this game. Like every single time I saw this name come out of your mouth, you are having a lot of hopes for them. It looks like they're living up to it when it comes to rank point. Kill points is where I would want them to work out a little more, even though it's not working out in their favor. As I said in the beginning, few teams are capable of putting so many rank points in their name that they get selected into the next round, and Finest Assassins are actually doing it. Right behind them is going to be Naya Nepal. They've got good rank points and kill points as well. Now this is the team to watch out for, which can backstab other teams. 24 and 23 points is where Naya Nepal and BSHOW are actually standing. So these two teams, in case they do not get any kind of no, these two teams, in case they get any kind of good games, one or two good games, they can outnumber even the fifth position. All these things said and done, we are able to see that Nepal-ESPORTS on the other side, on the other end, are not able to find that proper synergy to make sure that they put more points on the table. Right behind them is going to be Dada Gang Thunders, right? So Dada Gang Thunders, we have been speaking about this team that somewhere I saw them that they're able to put up some rank points, hold positions in the map in a very good spot. It's just that they are not able to come out of proper skirmishes, which is in front of them. Brotherhood on the other side, where I thought that this team will be a team to watch out for from this group. They're going to be the element surprise. This, it seems like nothing is going in their favor.
And they have not been able to pick a single kill in 3 matches. Now that is what the cause of concern is, and what the cause of superiority is. Team B Shaw, the only team into the bottom half with the double digit
Yeah.
figure for frags. Now that is something interesting. If only they focus a little extra on surviving until top 5, it is going to be
Yeah.
Team B Shaw who might be spotted by the end of the day to within top 6 of the leaderboard. All they need to do is make sure to focus and balance out the kill points, because in kill points there's nothing that they are missing, but in surviving, definitely there's a major miss spotted there.
Yep, absolutely. All these things said and done. I want to see how things will turn out from here on, because after the first half of the day, we can expect the second half to change immensely, because we all know that we are looking forward for something even more better, like probably the close range battles can actually get more intensified, and we'll be getting a clearer picture as to which team is taking down the other. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going in for a short break, and probably before that short break, I want to ask you a question. On the other side of the break, which team do you think is going to perform much better than what they've done so far? Because ultimately things have not worked out in their favor, or they're just balancing out in between.
I think B Shaw must be one of the team to watch out for to qualify in top 6 from the bottom half of the leaderboard, because a team
Yeah.
who has a good firepower and just tends to focus on surviving some 2-3 extra minutes without engaging themselves into fight. Now that has to be a key of control being spotted, because we have spotted Team B Shaw. They tend to pick up fight, they tend to earn the kill points, but then getting spotted and getting taken down very easily. So that is the only key factor. If they are able to work on that, I'm very sure of this team will be spotted somewhere somewhere in position 4 to 6. Maybe top 3 are already into the scores of 30s, very tough to chase, but still with 3 more matches, everything is still into your hands. Ball is in everybody's court right now. Who is going to hit the hardest? He might go ahead, qualify into top 16s. This is going to be World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone and in association with India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner being Platonia Esports. Ishq 104.8 is going to be a radio partner. With that, we are going for a short break. I am Tanya. Alongside me, it is Arka. We are going to see you sure on the other side.
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
I've been getting out of bed these past few days. Think it's fair to be proud about it. I've quit ordering from all those fast food chains. I'm feeling better, there's no doubt about it. And my days are brighter, my shoulders are so much lighter. Just for a moment there, I thought that there was nothing more to life. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Mind if I be real for a minute? It's almost like everything I feel had a limit. It now gone past. Finding reasons to smile and to laugh at whenever it's a bad day. Music is my band-aid. Here the other like I was colorblind, but mentally, yeah. Now my days are brighter, just no longer feeling tighter. Don't wear my PJs every day, cause I would rather be outside. I thought about it, wrote a couple songs about it. Just for a moment there, I lost myself. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner being Platonia Esports alongside radio partner being Ishq 104.8 FM. This is me, Star Tanya. Alongside me, it is Arka. Arka, we are down 3 matches, 3 more to go. Repetition of cycle. What are your expectations coming in from the map of Bermuda?
Uh, from the map of Bermuda, I expect that there could be teams which will be dominating, but at the same time, there's going to be equivalency when it comes to the kill points itself. Somewhere I feel that no team is going to take more than 10 frags for themselves. From here on, there could be like the maximum could be 8 or 9, and from then on, everybody will be looking to pick up pace because the teams on the bottom have realized that while they're trying to play for placement points, things are not working out for them, so they'll be looking forward to come and pick up some kills for themselves. So probably this is the kind of mindset which every team will be trying to come in with, but rather the teams on the top are like, we have done the heavy lifting, let's try to play for placement points from here on and try to take those kills in the final circle. I think this could be what I could be speculating in this game, but what is there on your mind?
Well, I would definitely say we have been seeing all the group stages of different nations, India, Pakistan. But now, talking about Nepal, this group has got a very tough competition. Buffer points being only two. So now we are not on the verge of saying that this and this team might go ahead, grab top two position, have solidified their position, or maybe cemented would be the precise word. It is open for all. Like all four slots are still open. Bottom teams can still upgrade themselves, upshift themselves, but there's one thing Edge wanted to say it from the start, that he said whichever team takes away the very first Bermuda map's booyah also takes away the second repetitive booyah on the same map. I would want to see, is it going to be the same or something new? Ladies and gentlemen, it is day one, map 4 for Group 2 World Esports Cup. It is for Infinix Smartphone and in association with India Today Gaming. Flight path bisecting the map into 50-50. So I don't think crash landing should be a cause of concern until and unless pre-planned from any of the players.
Absolutely, but at the same time, whenever I see a flight path like this going to the center, it excites me to see which is that one team which will be actually going in for an early skirmish, because they all know that it's not necessary for them to go in for any kind of fights, but still they'll choose to do so. It looks like my dreams are going to be shattered or probably fulfilled towards the western side of the map, where we can see the team NE is coming in close proximity with the side of team 10, and I want to see which team will be actually initiating this fight. We can see that team NE also has a launcher in front of them, so they can make use of it and probably get into the desired place where they're wanting to. It looks like that is what they'll be trying to do, but the team which will be choosing to go inside the blue zone will be the team which will be blessed a lot. I did not see anybody going that way. If you have seen it, could you please enlighten us?
Oh well, there were some movements happening through the parachute itself. Before that, we were already into the engagement, and now teams using the launch pad, disengaging from any battle. But except for all teams deciding what to do, what not to do, KM Brotherhood is already against action with arms of 4. Let's see who is going to win the battle on the grounds of Kota Tua, because all the players are split apart. Except now they have started to reunite and also gather some vehicles as a cover for themselves, or maybe to ease themselves into the rotations. Well, very rarely do we spot this amphibian finally being spotted, and it is going to be KM Brotherhood spotting the opponent, confirming the knock, and also confirming the point for themselves within just 2 minutes on the map of Bermuda. Well, the first booyah of the day was taken down by Dada Gang, and now KM Brother is also putting some good show here. Sangam is trying to just run over the opponent, was not given this privilege indeed. Megs has got the P90 to work out with. Is he going to take down the knock? That is going to be a question, because Sangam is dedicated to take him down, run him down.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, vehicles coming in news from the beginning shows that everybody are in the aggressive mode, as we had speculated. Let's see who's going to be the frag, who's going to pick up the frag at this point of time. Burning of resources is going to be the point of concern, because we can see that there's not much health kit from one side. There's only one blue wall coming from the other side. Mex on the other side will be the person who's actually paying the price in the hands of Tangam, and I do believe that he's going to be confirming him as well. A good trade though did come in from either of the sides. Nobi is going to be picked up easily from his teammates. I want to see how much Brotherhood can pick up from here on, and we all know that Brotherhood are not in a good position at this point of time when it comes to the overall points table.
Well, overall points table, there's one thing. KM Brotherhood are within top four, and I think all they need to do is continue to with
There's
what they.
only one team. I'm so sorry. It was the Brotherhood who were in the bottom. KM Brotherhood are having a good position. Yes.
Yes, Brotherhood with the a team, only team with zero frags. Let's hope that they are able to break the curse of having no frags for the day and are able to again reposition themselves with some kills as well as placement points. KM Brotherhood, two frags to confirm, no loss of players, looking very strong and a tough competition for Team Dada Gang, a team with a minimal 2 points of lead, which can be taken down any point of time coming in from teams like KM Brotherhood, because when the buffer is not too much, and still if the strategies that are being cooked by Team Dada Gang are continuing, and they have made sure to how to counter apart their strategy, how to counter tear their strategy, and the teams are still willing to continue with what they have done. Teams like Gaming, I don't know why they do Dada Gang it is. I don't know why they don't want to go ahead, pull up their sleeves immediately, go to grab some kills. But there's something that is going to be grabbed by Circle. It is going to be the Sentosa Island. Now finally we get to see a Circle where Sentosa is still a part of the Circle. So are the water routes, and so are 3 zip lines, indeed 4 zip lines and 2 bridges here.
Yep, absolutely. But at the same time, TMP in the blue zone, I want to see how will they be able to rotate, because I really want to see someone take the waterways into the circle, right? The only opportunity coming in from the side of Mass Electric, one team is able to do it, but not many times we have seen such a zone happening, and we have to see how many teams can actually gatekeep people at the side of the bridges. Zip lines pretty much will be in the crosshairs if you have a really good sniper when you're holding those bridges as well. All these things said and done, we can see that FTM, two different players in two different parts of the island, even though it's the closest at this point of time. NE on the other side, on the northern side of the map, where the skirmishes can see, we all know that the circle can end up into that southern side of the map. Where do you think? Do you think that it's going to be ending up in the southern side of the map itself, or it's going to come back to the main island? Because the circle has been playing a very big part when it comes to the teams not getting to what they hope for at the end of the circle itself.
Well, I think it shall be getting centralized rather going southernized. So maybe gradually only mainland will be the part of the circle, because massive 75% of the circle is still consisting of mainland, and that is where the circle shall be moving. And the advantage is only one team is into the Sentosa Island. So just in case if circle is deciding to abandon Southern Island, it is only going to be one team who will have to make a move. But if at all mainland is being abandoned, imagine total of 11 teams making a move towards Sentosa. There will be a lot of commotion happening. Vehicular usage once again spotted by Team FTM here, using 2 vehicles. Usually they tend to use 4 vehicles. They are still on the hunt of vehicles, I'm very sure, because this is a team, every single time they want each member to use a different vehicle for themselves in terms of creating some. And Brotherhood once again picking up fight against team. Which team was that? I missed it, but yeah, one of the player was down for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Even I was looking forward for that fight. On the other side, Team FTM, it looks like, they have distributed themselves into a 3 vehicle at this point of time, probably a 2 itself, and they were trying to run down an enemy. But at the same time, the rotation will be something to watch out for. It's going to be the side, again, I missed out the name, Brotherhood coming in close proximity to some other team. The skirmish can actually take place any second soon. SG on the other side of Brotherhood will be looking forward for this. It's MDS on the other side, if I'm not wrong, who's trying to taunt them, but they'll be picking up the launchers and making it to an off angle where they can take advantage of it. It's Rohan who will be picking up that off angle, wants to come in from a different position to take down enemies. Car 98 coming into play, a good thing to see. Absolutely, BM is the sufferers at this point of time. He's going to be confirmed as well. Probably a close range one. No, yes, it's a close range one which came into existence. Rohan on the other side with that AC-80 can actually do the damage over here towards the side of DB. Dave has to do that. He has to make sure that he keeps his crosshairs upstairs so that he can take that horizon shot against the side of Rohan. Doesn't choose to do so. NE on the other side will be trying to push as much as possible. Let's see whether NE will be able to take down the side of the edge, because this could be the beginning of the end for them as the close range battle turns to be going against them. NE on the upper end has got 3 frags in the name. Danish gets taken down. Let's see what's going to happen as Rohan, the only man standing on the upper ground, can actually decimate 1 or 2 players on the opposite side to pick up some frags. Dave will be in his crosshairs for a brief period of time. Let's see whether he's going to be putting an end to this last man standing, because on that horizon, one good headshot will be more than enough for them.
Well, also that this will be a start for the very first track for Team Brotherhood, and last man standing. Only five health kits to work out with. Zone has already closed in. He's going to heal up for as long as possible. But what else is on the move? It is going to be Team FTM racing into the open, and ultimately once again, Arka. That this is very disheartening. Four matches already, and Team Brotherhood again goes empty-handed with total of zero frags and getting eliminated on position 12. I really would want to do something better into the map of Purgatory or Kalari. Maybe they might be having their own set of plans, but now they need to pick up a pace to execute the plans, because plans are many. We did see the split drop, and right now what we are seeing is Sanjiro trying to blast a vehicle. Is he going to get an opportunity? Then there was a lot of damage to vehicle, but the player still manages to race into open and
Oh.
survive without being confirmed or even knocked.
Yeah, the trigger discipline and the crosshair placement actually has to be very, very precise. And we can see that everybody are actually shifting towards the mainland, if I'm not wrong. The map seems to be a little cross at this point of time. The overall map will be giving us a very clear, picture as to where the teams are actually going in. It looks like they're trying to shift into the side of mainland, or probably they're trying to gatekeep teams coming in through the bridges itself. All these is set, and BM on the other side will be taking those zip lines, and a good sniper could have actually spotted them out. It looks like they have not giving an opportunity for the BM to actually come in and backstab the side of TJR. Let's see whether that is going to be successful coming in from the side of BM. Two players fall down into the waters and will be trying to, play a divided gameplay over here. One person can be that off angle player, a flanker who can actually do the damage from the behind. Let's see how things will turn out. As we can see, the zone is actually shifted to the mainland, and the speculations are actually coming true.
The now zone having into mainland is equal to advantage to each and every team. The only team within the grounds of Centos have already made a move through the bridge, and they have made a safe entry as well. 39 players still surviving on the grounds of Fortunok. We spotted the team Dada Gang, and they are still holding the same position. And the team that we're talking about, Team Tonde Gamer, they are on the move, and they were supposed to be bridge blocked, but indeed they are the one who are attacking. Who is blocking them? It is going to be FinestAssassin, a team who is barely into top 6 and can be taken down immediately if at all they are eliminated. Now,
Oh.
two players down on the knees. It is all up to one man. Though Noah was revived, so will be one more man. Tonde Gamer from the bridge are creating a lot of chaos for the teams like FinestAssassin, the team who have the advantage, and Kakle coming into the action all the way from Pochinok with the woodpecker. And now this is interesting as well. Finally, we have got to see that Team Dada Gang are also ready to pick up fight from the second circle itself.
Oh, good one coming in against the side of Karki. Will be decimated as well. Not the right kind of push coming in from their favor. TGR still has an opportunity over here to actually survive. They're trying to pick up players as well as cook up some grenades as well. FTM is not on the other side. We can see a fight happening between KM Brotherhood as well as FTM. I want to see how many grenades, where the grenade is going to be cooked in from. A very good glue wall is also being put up as a cover fire. Team DGR on the other side are on the verge of recovery. Brotherhood on the other side, losing a player. Now I want to see that this close range battles will be predicting something different. TGR on the other side, Unknown gets taken down because of a landmine or far away, and I want to see whether the oppositions are going to be pushing in and decimating them. Team DGR have lost a key player. From here on, they'll have to play a little more defensive, or things can go wrong in their favor.
Well, definitely. Without Karki, we are expecting a little less coming in from Tonde Gamer. Nonetheless, Sanjiro is also down on the knees. Will he be confirmed? Yes, he will be confirmed by BSHOW MGR here. Fly to the Moon are also struggling bad here against Team Dada Gang. It is going to be Dada Gang Thunders this time, and the player down on the knees. He will be revived immediately, but how many more health kits or how many more glue walls do they have to stop this attack coming in? Dada Gang Thunders have not been performing very well, but now with the rotation of the cycles, they are also ready to gatekeep. They are also ready to hold a position where they don't have to go all in, where they don't have to reveal themselves much without any fear of being taken down. You always tend to be a little extra confident, and this is where exactly Team Dada Gang Thunders are spotted right now. 3 frags confirmed, many more on the way.
Oh, But at the same time, FTM can actually change the tables over here because Dada Gang can be gate kept by them. Dada Gang have to make it inside the circle. Some DOMs have been summoned in front of them in case they go in and pick them up. It looks like it's already being looted as well. But in case it's not looted, that is going to give them an advantage, a very good one. As like I said, Dada Gang on the other side spots up a player. It's going to be Nobi getting taken down by his own landmine, and not a good one is what I would like to say. The circle favoring team number 1 as well as team number 4. I want to see how things will turn out for these two teams as they have got a very good opportunity. There's a ridge right behind them, so they do not have to worry about anything else. I can see a shiny mushroom right in front of them, in front of Dada Gang. In case they pick them up, that is going to give them a boost as well to make it inside the circle. The wrong rotation is what they'll be looking for. Look at this, NE trying to walk in to the jaws of that is what I would like to say. One player gets taken down, the second one almost getting decimated is what I would be looking for. But NE bouncing back as hard as possible. Two players on their name will be decimating their team any second soon. Yes, they do the decimation. What a gameplay coming in from their side. Danish doing the triple kill, surviving and making sure that he gives a ray of hope for his team, reviving everybody else. FTM on the other side with that grenades flying in towards them. Dark has to do a lot of job. Now he's being restricted because of that snow grenade coming in into his favor. And that's a decimation as well. Dada Gang showing how to do it in style. Groza is what they'll be rewarded with as well. Let's see how things will turn out as NE versus Dada Gang will be what we'll be watching on. Look, gets taken on. Sandeep Gamer not stopping himself. He wants to push in as much as possible. Eventually will be stopped in his feet. At this point of time, NE will be losing Sandeep there as soon as possible. Dada Gang versus NE. Which team are you watching for as this fight is going more intense than usual?
Absolutely, this map is going extremely intense. 10 frags already for Team Nepal Esports here. The team who is definitely going very headstrong. And if they are able to win a booyah, they might end up with a total of 15 frags. Circle takes a shift. None of the teams who are fighting against each other are going to have an advantage of Circle. And once again, meta of double vector is spotted here alongside Wukong. Now, that is very rare case scenario. Chrono and double vector, we get to see that very often. But now using a Wukong with a double vector, you take a knock, you dismiss, you move, and that is how Danish is able to go very strong. Now it is going to be a fight against the Dada Gang, where one of the players of Team S5 is down, decimated, and Dipchal was able to decimate 3 players out of 1 grenade coming in. 12 flags already for Nepal Esports, and Blue Wall is finished right now. There's nothing that can stop them to or totally decimate SHREE. But then comes SHREE. Finally, they were taken down. Oh, and we were talking about 14 kills. They 15 kills. They already have 14 and 10 players within the lobby. Just give a random guess. How many more frags are you expecting coming in from this particular team, Nepal Esports?
5 more frags is what I'm expecting from them.
Wow.
Just 5 more. And what they can do wonders over here. Close to 50. 20 is what they'll be looking at. Team DE on the other side are pretty vulnerable because they're making it inside the circle. They can be gate kept and picked up as well. It's going to be any inside the circle. Let's not forget that as well. We're able to see that KM Brotherhood are also trying to be gate kept. They are gatekeeping the team of Team DG from making it inside the circle. Into the waters is what they'll be choosing to do. It looks like the bodies are falling because of the zone. And those 5 frags can be proven wrong any second soon. Any on the other side does see a player. That is going to be the 15th frag coming in their name. I know that it's going to be easy picking for them. Yes, that is going to be the 15th one. A Momo is what I'll be watching for with the 6th left now. Let's see whether they'll be able to pick those up. TGR on the other side gets taken down because of because of the play zone itself. That is going to be one more free picking coming in over there. That is going to be Chrono Shield being erased so that they can pick up the 16th frag for themselves. I was wrong. I was proven wrong over here. Somewhere I felt that they could have picked up 4 more. It looks like they might be rewarded with a maximum 2 more. 15 frags, the 16th one over there. No, he's going to be getting eliminated by himself. And I believe that those 15 frags with that booyah can be pushing up 40 valuable points for themselves. And this is going to be very unique. And a booyah coming in for the side of any the most awaited one. And I don't know, this can boost their confidence a lot for the rest 2 maps.
Well, this was definitely massive. 15 kill and booyah. I mean, it is something that they have done. Even if they do nothing for next map, they have earned the luxury to do nothing. But I'm very sure of they are not going to sit empty-handed. They're not going to do nothing.
Yep.
But they are going to perform what they have been doing. 15 frags and a booyah. Well, and I like the way how Adem was using surfboard there, trying to make a move towards the circle. Very rarely do we get to spot surfboards coming into the action He was able to get that. He was already using it, but then he ran out of resources and the zone was also closing in. If at all he had some extra glue walls to work out with, I'm very sure he would have made a 2-3 meter move, once again placed a glue wall. He would have created a wall of glue walls into the laddered pattern on the course. He would have already moved it within the circle, but then circle was entirely on the opposite side where nothing much more could have been done by team Tonde Gamer, and everything was done by team Nepal Esports. Beautiful show put here in the entire day. I think this was the best match by far coming in from team Nepal Esports.
Somewhere I felt that they could have picked it up, right? They had the control of the zone. They had decimated everybody behind them. All they had to do was welcome the rest of the teams with that lead, and they were capable of doing it. If not for the play zone snatching away those kills, it would have been much more easier for them. Somewhere I felt that they could also decimate the side of team DG as well, because they were choosing a very wrong path into the circle. We saw that we all know that team DG looks out for the vehicles, right? They always have vehicles intact. There are vehicles around them, which helps them to go in for rotation.
Hmm.
But this time that didn't go in their favor. Probably the vehicles were taken out by the other teams, due to which they had to run on foot and eventually get taken down. But yeah, that comes up to say, with one team taking most of the room, I want to see how much was left out for the other teams, because Playzone also took around 5. So 20 frags were all gone away, with another 48 with 20 gone is going to be 28 left out. Let's see who has picked up the most. As we can see, the team on the top will be having 15 plus 12, a total of 27. Somewhere I felt they could have reached the 30, but 27 is what they've gone. Dada Gang Thunders, somewhere I was speaking about this, that can this team make a comeback? It looks like they have done it. 14 per total points for themselves, 6 frags, third position. Tonde Gamers on the other side, they knew that consistency was the key for them. They had to get some 13 to 10 points in their favor. They knew that rank points had already given them the most. Kill points they had picked up in the beginning itself. KM Brotherhood on the other side, 9 for themselves. Dada Gang with 7, and SHREE again coming in with the 6th position of 7 points. So yes, 15 coming in from one team, and the rest of the team is getting another 15. So a total of 30 already coming in with the top 6. What are you expecting the rest of the teams would have got?
Well, whatever said and done by magician of mathematics, that is Arka, the second name I have given him. I think there's going to be a little lesser left, but I would want to see that what are the other 6 teams planning to do gradually, with only 2 more matches remaining for the day, and if still they are willing to go so slow, I don't know if they will be able to put a show of comeback tomorrow. I know there are a total of 8 matches together, but still you need to make sure you cross the 50% of the work today, so that tomorrow you don't have to go for 100%. All you have to do is something good for the remaining 50% and get the passing marks, get into the top 6. This is what the passing marks are for qualifying towards the next stages. Somewhere a very good show coming in from team Nepal Esports, a good consistency once again coming in from Tonde Gamer, surviving until position 2 with only 4 frags this time. This is the team having highest frags by far, will be definitely now no more. And team Dada Gang Thunders, I think they were able to put a good show once again, and number 1 position will not be snatched out by anyone, at least not yet. Now coming towards the next half of the leaderboard, it is going to be Brotherhood, no placement points, no kill points. Team FTM, now that is last thing that we can expect, a team like FTM going empty handed. That means how dominant the top 3 teams were, that bottom 6 were not allowed with any kills.
Absolutely, and we are left out with few kills. That comes up to the play zone has taken more than 5 to 6 kills, and those were the pointers which the other teams had to pick up. FTM getting down with just 2 rank points is something shocker to see. Brotherhood still not able to come up with that potential. Somewhere I felt that in this game they'll be able to put it up. It looks like they're not able to. Be sure on the other side, this was the team in qualifiers which actually showed us how things can be done. They did a very good consistency game as well, but this time they have been restricted very badly, and I know that in the overall points table this is going to affect them a lot, because Naya Nepal is also picking up, as well as NE as well. So FinestAssassin on the other side, as we have been speaking about them, they're able to put an average of 5 to 6 in every game, which is not going to be enough. From tomorrow they have to make sure that they concentrate on getting those booyahs in their name, because that's the most important thing which will be left out for them.
And once again, talking about Be Sure, the team who qualified with flying colors towards the league stages, they are definitely once again focusing on kills. No placement points and only kill points. This was the team that we are talking about needs to learn that they need placement points as equally they are
Yep.
earning the kill points, and they need to make sure they do it something. Same goes for Dada Gang. They need to make sure they start picking up early fights. Let's hope they are able to do so. We have 4 matches down, two more to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last 2 matches for your favorite team. Make sure you hype up, make sure you subscribe, make sure you call your friends and family with with the bag of popcorn and a drink aside. What better evening rather not watching this beautiful fights coming in from your nation, as well as for Indians and Pakistani region. You can also learn a lot coming in. You can definitely learn how to retaliate the strategies of Nepal segment. This is going to be World Esports Cup powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming, broadcast partner being Platonia, and it is going to be radio jockey Ish 104.8 FM. This is me, Tanya, signing off. But for the next segment for the day, you're going to get your edge back alongside Arka. Thank you till then. See you tomorrow for me. But you guys stay tuned.
Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On the desk joining me is going to be Edge now. This is World Esports Cup in association with Infinix Smartphone, and this is all happening at India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner is going to be Platonia, and radio partner is going to be Ishk. A long intro already coming in with the sponsors, as well as a good intro coming in for the side of Edge. I mean, I was looking forward for you on this desk any second soon, because every time we both come on the desk, it's more about less of play by play and more about the statistics and all those gameplay and all those stuff. So what are you looking forward for? What are your thoughts on the previous game?
Well, the previous game, I mean, it was Nepal-ESPORTS, right? I mean, they did come out on top. I think it was a brilliant performance coming out from them, considering the fact that they were not having a good time here in the first 2 maps of the day. But 15 kills, you gotta give it to them. I think they have, finally found that pace, found that ground on what they had to do and what they needed to do. And if they, I mean, here's the thing: 4 maps done, two more maps left for the day. Let's see if they can put
Yep.
up a similar performance. If not similar, at least decent performance. Because their first 2 maps, which I was actually there, watching them play, I was not impressed. But this particular match, the last one, it was just beautiful to watch the map of Bermuda. Right now we have Purgatory and Kalahari once again. Let's see if we can. We might just see Nepal-ESPORTS pull off another booyah back to back, or I still wanna. I mean, I've been waiting for KM Brotherhood to destroy everyone else, but unfortunately, I don't think today is the day that's gonna happen here, Arka.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the rest of them have already done their homework, watched out for how KM Brother would play us, as well as kind of counter strategize against them, learn their ways as well. Because in the previous games, we were able to see that Dada Gang was the only team which was actually wanting to do everything from the get go itself. They're looking forward to decimate, dominate, as well as put up some average points on the board to retain the top spot. And they've been successfully doing it after the 3 games. But the fourth game seems to be going a little off, from them, because the zone started to be a little topsy turvy. It went to the complete southern side, then again shifted back to the main island, where it was all in the name of NE, because they knew that it was easier for them to decimate teams in the front. They did not have to bother or anybody backstabbing them, and that could be a key of success for the team. But looking forward for the same when it comes to the map of Purgatory, because we all know this is going to be a long range fight. I still miss out those snipers coming in. We did see one or two in the beginning of the game, but ultimately, those snipers with the chrono shield, I miss them a lot. What are the other things which you miss when it comes to the Nepal's chapter when we see the overall game of FreeFire?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, India and Pakistan region, they had a lot of grenade launching kills. A lot. I mean, there were self kills as well. There were a lot of bind kills. But
Yep.
coming to Nepal, they do use. I mean, they do have their fair share of grenades and grenade launcher kills, just not as much as on the Indian and the Pakistan region, is what I feel like. Because they every game at least 7 to 8 kills, at least 10. Let's just say 10 on an average. 10 of those kills will be the grenade kills or grenade launcher kills. At least a couple of mine kills every single game. But here we
Yep.
don't see that. Maybe a couple of grenade kills, but I haven't seen a single mine kill. Just someone stepping out. Yes, there were a lot of self kills. We did see some grenades being thrown on
Exactly.
themselves
Exactly.
on every region. But let's see if this final 2 maps of the day one, guys, relax. We still have two more. I mean, one more day left. It's gonna be 2 maps, that is 6 maps today overall, and 6 more maps tomorrow. But with that, we are gonna be jumping into the map of Purgatory, day one, map 5, group number 2 of the Nepal group stages. And Arka, why don't you take us away?
Yeah, the flight path dissecting right to the center of the map, going over Brasilia, giving an opportunity for everybody to go to the specific drop locations. But the southern side of the map is which has been turned out to be favorite for most of the teams. Sky Lodge is where the blue zone is going to be, and most of them will be looking forward to get into Sky Lodge and get those loot zone for those who are left out on the map itself. But look at the southern side of the map at this point of time, completely taken off. Campsite and forge is going to be abandoned, but those early skirmishes are going to make sure that a lot of bodies are going to fall off in the beginning itself. 84 on the other side. Mini Uzis is something which they have chosen for a close range fight. I do believe that that's going to be one of the best. But BH on the other side is going to be they're trying to run away into the waters, or probably into the hard cover which is there below. It's going to be the BMs which are trying to run away, but I don't know how well that is going to turn out for them, because ultimately we all know when you're trying to run away from a fight, you'll not only have that opportunity of farming, but also gaining lesser farm because lesser resources, because the team which has actually not chosen to go for a fight, which is holding back to the same hard position, will be picking up as money as possible and trying to push in against you. All these things said and done, those fighters already started off, because AO4 are looking forward for going in and decimating the team as soon as possible. But one point of concern is they are out in the open and they do not have the hard cover.
Oh, having no coverage sometimes going to be a really big issue here. BM Suhan will take down Jack, though will not confirm it. And just as I said that, he will actually confirm. And Suhan and Nick Bow. Oh, DGX, they will confirm 2 kills there. Just like that. Dada Gang, they are feeling really confident. Takes on 2 players. Third party, but doesn't really matter. Ooh, long range? Oh no, mid range actually. R98 headshot, boom. Cartley will take down one. The star player on the side of DG. Nobi will be revived nevertheless, so it's not gonna be a big issue for their team. But AO4 has lost 1, and BM they actually lost 2. DG, that was a perfect third party right there.
Absolutely, and they've grabbed the maximum of what they can, and I do believe that they can pick some more in case they try to push in, because BM at this point of time are left out with just 2 players, and that could be the point of concern for them, because ultimately DGs are a man with just 2 men standing. They can do wonders with all 4 of them. These scavengers can actually scoop up the whole house. So let's see how things will turn out for them, as I'm wanting to see how BMs will be able to counter this out. We can see that Deepan with no helmet is trying to do a lot, and I do believe that one shot into his head or crosshair, if it's placed into his head, then it's going to be wrong. I do believe the grenade is also coming in from the other side. FA is going to backstab another team, is what I would like to say, and that is going to be AO84 is getting taken down 1 player at a time. No matter how far they're trying to run away, these assassins are not going to stop, as we all know that they'll be looking, and they're on the verge of wanting more of it. DG on the other side is going to come in and decimate the side of BM, and that is going to be shutdown coming in from one team with just 3 minutes into the game.
One team already eliminated 3.5 minutes into the game. Well, that's the thing here. BM, they look like they started it strong, getting 1 kill, but that's about it. Team DG, they absolutely decimated all of the players on the side of BM. But FA, let's see if they can, what they can do here. That's the question. FinestAssassin. Well, they already have 2 kills. Their name here, Arca, so I still think there is a really good chance that they can actually make their way back to the top of the scoreboard here if they have a really good game, but they really need to focus on Dada Gang, because they've been putting up some consistently good performances. Not great. I mean, they did get that booyah in the first map, but after that, it's been okay. It's not been terrible, but it's been consistently, decent.
Yeah, but at the same time, FinestAssassin in close proximity with another team, trying to take a chunk of them as well. Let's see how successful they can be, but they have an man advantage over here, as they have not pushed in together. It's going to be BH coming in over here. Brotherhood, the team which is actually suffering when it comes to the overall points table, getting in close proximity with them with the dual vector is what I'm able to see. Now they need backup. They need backup quickly, or else they might get decimated. It's going to be Fujio on the other side with an Maxim, and the apt gun for a close range fight is what I would like to call it. He's gone in pretty much closer at this point of time, takes down a player. The other one is inside the crater, no, behind it, and in the crosshairs of him as well, but eventually that dual vector is going to do the job. A good trade comes in as well, and FA is going to be going away with 2 more frags for themselves. I want to see how well things are going to turn out for them. There's another player coming in close proximity. KM Bepin is trying to do the best of damage of what he can. FA on the other side are on the losing end. All of a sudden Novo has to do something magical to make sure that he saves his teammate, or else things can actually go wrong. He's going to pick up 1 player at a time, and BH on the other side gets eliminated, as FinestAssassins are being the finest when it comes to their crosshairs.
Well, they did not lose a player. Yes, they did get a couple of knocks. I mean, did get knocked down a couple of times, but they still make it work. 6 kills already. Not even 6 minutes in here, Arca, but they already have 6 kills, dealing a lot of damage to every single one, making a statement here for us. But 3 parts, let's see, because they had a couple of good games, a couple of bad ones. Let's see if that consistency is there this time around, because they had a junior team. I still remember this. They had a junior team who was absolutely beautiful to watch. They actually beat the senior team one time, or actually a couple of times, I believe. But at the end, the senior team did make it onto the top. The juniors, well, they were put in their place by the senior team. But FinestAssassin, now they're back up, all of them running, making sure that they get the control of Lumber Mill, making sure that they get all the loot that they want. It's still the first zone still coming into play. Not a lot of damage will be dealt, even if they're outside of the zone. The zone is towards that southern side as well, the southern west, I believe. Well, Gulf Coast, Mount Villa, Fire Brigade, Brasilia, all of these, a little bit of Marble Works as well. But Team FTM, TGR, AO4, they're really, really far away. And they need to find themselves in a better position. If not, they might just be finding themselves a lot of trouble there.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, look at this. S5 is still coming into Fortune on the other side, has taken down, Team DG. I'm looking forward to see how this fight is going to turn out for the side of S5, because they are pretty much, playing really well. They want to look forward to get more points for themselves. And we have been seeing that they're capable of doing it. Team DG on the other side are the sufferers. We can see that Coffin also gets taken down. Now is the opportunity for S5 to actually push in. Grenades are also being cooked. Probably it's the ice grenades coming in to restrict their movements. And it looks like S5 at this point of time on the verge of losing losing a player, but eventually a backup comes in, but it is going to be late. Even though they've decimated a team, they'll be losing Kush in this in this skirmish, and I don't think that's a good thing for them because they need all 4 men standing in the map of Purgatory, a big one, and man advantage will also come into play as well.
Yeah, man, advantage will be coming into play. I actually thought that was Dada Gang, but it's actually Dada Gang Thunders. This team is having similar kind of name. I actually thought for a second it was Dada Gang. I was like, wait, how are they going in? How are they going down this easy? But it was the other team around, if I'm not wrong. But let's see what happens.
Placement. Nice placement of Crosshair can actually stop the player over there. We have to see how Naya Nepal will be able to counter-strategize this. They have put a stop for the team for sure. But at the same time, how will they able to counter-strategize this? Because you can see that it's going to be BSHOW, MGR, who are in close proximity with them, if I'm not wrong. Grenades are being cooked this time in the perfect position, but he ran away. Novo is going to be still alive. I want to see how many of them. Is there going to be any kind of backstab also coming in for them? On the other side, Naya Nepal has been restricted with just 2 players. Landmines are also being placed at this point of time. Naya Nepal pushes in. They want to decimate that one player lurking around. The crosses are not being placed in a proper position. M18 still not coming into play. Somehow they were able to put on a player because of the Max 7. They're going to be confirming him as well. Naya Nepal at this point of time having an upper hand with 2 men actually moving forward. They have an opportunity to take down a player. How well can he restrict this players is going to be the bigger question, because right now he'll be holding in that blue, I'm so sorry, landmine has done the damage, to be specific, but Naya Nepal at this point of time, they can, pick up a player as well as they have a they have a thorn in front of them, which could actually decimate them.
Oh my god, this is a beautiful fight happening here. It was actually supposed to be a 1-1 team fight, but then it turned out to be a demolition for the side. Naya Nepal dealing a lot of damage. Yes, that was an intense fight, but they only managed to get a couple of kills. A couple of players did manage to survive. They're going to be running away. But Naya Nepal, they're going to be feeling confident. They have used up a lot of util, a lot of glue walls, a lot of health kits being used, grenades as well, ammunition on the other hand. But they can all be, once again looted because they did get those kills. And level 3 vests, okay. DG, they're still alive. They're in the zone as well. But on the other hand, Tonde Gamers, let's see what they have in store for us this time around. Last time, they did put up a really good show. They did put up a really good show every single time, but just couldn't manage to, close it off altogether. Maybe this is the game for Dada Gang or Tonde Gamers, but at the same time, I still want to see what KM Brotherhood has in store for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to see, because the teams on the top are still alive. The teams on, holding a very good position in the overall points table are still alive. So the fight to this finish is going to be a much more important one. Sorry for the small technical glitch, but we're still going to take you through this, and we're going to make sure that you're not going to miss out anything. Team DG is coming in. They've got 4 frags for themselves right now. They're holding a position where they're looking forward for nobody to backstab them. What do you think? Do you think that they'll be able to go forward and pick up more than 5 in the name? Because ultimately now kill points are becoming more favorable. FTM on the other side with that M80 to be trying to do the best of what he can. At this point of time, the shots were not being connected. FTM is trying to push in as much as possible with all 4 men standing and healing themselves. KM Brotherhood left out with one last man standing. He's in the process of everybody possible. Eventually gets taken down because of Gamer's final shot landing in the perfect place. 2 players doing most of the job for the side of FTM. All 4 men standing, 3 decimated. This seems to be a different story altogether.
Well, KM Brotherhood, all I can say is this is not qualifiers for them, right? Qualifiers, they had a really, really good run, but this time,
exactly,
this is not what KM Brotherhood is capable of. This is not their true potential. This is not the team that we saw in the group stage, in the qualifiers. I'm sorry, but whatever it is, Team FTM. Once again, it's another fight. They just took down KDM Brotherhood, and now they're in another fight against SHREE. Let's see. It's going to be a 4 versus 5 because I believe SHREE has actually lost one of the players. So, let's see what happens this time around. 4 kills for the side of S5. Ooh, that sounds beautiful, by the way. The vehicle, I believe. But Dark, they're all running away right now. I don't think they know that one of the players in SHREE has actually gone down. Because if they know that it's a 4 versus 3, I'm pretty sure they will definitely take the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But as I said, right, this part or this Nepal chapter has a different story to say. They first fall down from a fight, they fall back from a fight, they regroup, strategize, and then go back. And look at what happened over here. Three Punch are actually getting decimated. For FTM at one point of time, look like they're falling back from a fight. No, they were strategizing. They knew that that there's a better terrain behind us. Let's make use of it. Now the Ferrari's coming into the play. They want to push in and decimate the last man standing, and this is the best part about Nepal games. And at this point of time, you're able to see that the circle is going to be forming between the three islands. Now the next island, which is going to be blessed, will have an opportunity to take that booyah in their favor. All these things said and done. Now, NE, the team which got the booyah in the previous game, right now is kind of suffering against the player. Oh, Sandeep Gamer on the other side gives the right kind of opening required for the team. DTR on the other side is also doing the damage. It's going to be Karthi still alive. Let's see how well he can play this game out. At one point of time, we can see Sandeep Gamer is also pushing in, and it looks like NE is actually decimating the squad and getting those 4 valuable frags, and they have done it against one of the strongest teams over here.
Yeah, Tonde gamers, you gotta admit that they are one of the strong contenders for this booyah, especially in the map of SHREE. But Team NE, those vectors, UMPs, max, I mean, those SMGs up close, it's hard. I mean, that fire rate is just too much to counter that vector on the other hand. Having a dual vector, well, I mean, that's just double the damage and double the speed, right? Even if you miss a couple of shots, it's fine. You still have a lot of bullets, and the fire rate is just too good. So that was really smart move coming in. They were trying to close the distance, as you could see. They were trying to use those grenades to lure them out, and then coming close. And with that, the zone actually excludes one of the islands. And now there's a bit of water. Actually, it's 40% water, 60% land. It still consists of two islands. But Team DG, they're really, really far away. One of the players of team number 7, that is FinestAssassin, he's actually really, really far away from his teammate. This is not looking good for the side for SHREE, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but I think that they all have vehicles. They're going to make use of it and make it inside the circle. They do not have to worry about anything else. But SHREE is going to be stopped in his path because they all know that there's one player trying to make it inside the circle. The gatekeeper is going to come in very clearly from the side of TG. And this survival instance coming in from the side of TG is something to watch out for. Look at that. Look at the firing happening from the other corner. FTM does a shutdown, if I'm not wrong, against the team. I did not see that coming at any given point of time in the game. But on the other side, SHREE has got a very good opportunity to go for a heal battle, or probably coming late into the circle, not getting deterred by anybody. Team BC on the other side pretty much trying to take down any player making it inside the circle. It gets knocked down because of the zone, but ultimately that is going to be taken away. Naya Nepal on the other side have got the corner of the zone. It looks like, now it's going to be a 40-60 or 45-60% of this gameplay is going to be played inside the waters, having the land a major advantage. All these things said and done. 2 different islands, 2 different teams. Let's see which team will be actually taking the booyah in the favor.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. It's almost 50-50 for the water and land ratio. But with that 20 seconds, let's see if there's going to be any more eliminations here. One of the players on the side of FinestAssassin is still alive. He's towards that water. Where is he, though, is the question. Now, Nepal, they're still in good position. But NEPAL-ESPORTS, well, let's see. DG with 5 kills and 4 man alive. Well, they're going to be an issue for everyone else. FTM, they are on 7 kills right now. Look at this, their positions, man. I mean, AWMs, they have, okay, that's an M82, I believe.
M82B.
He does.
Yep.
Yep, that's an M82B on the hands of our Rock. Beautiful skin as well. He wants to take this fight, but he knows as soon as he goes down, SHREE is eliminated on the other hand, though. I think that was because of the zone coming into play. Yep. Then he had no one to, revive him. But FTM Gamer and Rock, what a shot coming in from both of them. Well, FTM.
I mean, absolutely. I would like to say that was the opening they're looking out for. On the other side, there's going to be another player. It's going to be Hitler with the grenade launcher. I don't think they're going to allow him to use it at any given point of time. He gets taken down as well. A triple kill coming in from the side of Gamer. M82B, as I said, snipers was something I'm missing, and it looks like I'm going to be blessed with a lot of sniper kills over here. A good gameplay coming in over there. Rock is going to put down another player, if I'm not wrong, any second soon, even though he's going to be restricted. This crosshair is actually not working out for them. Team NE on the other side is going to put an end for Dada Game, and they're going to get eliminated in the 4th position. Look at the grenade being cooked perfectly against the side of Sandeep Gamer. Now Sandeep Gamer has a lot of job to do. He has to not only restrict himself from those, but also cook up against the side of FTM. FTM at this point of time taking charge with the grenade. So does Sandeep Gamer. He's got a total of two more grenades left out in his favor. And on the other side, it's going to be Dave doing the job against the side of FTM. FTM in a lot of trouble at this point of time. NE on the verge of picking up their second one, if I'm not wrong. But let's see who's going to be that. Naya Nepal also have an opportunity over here because they're not disturbed by anybody coming into the circle. Sandeep Gamer with that Groza has to do a lot of job. FTM have a divided attention at this point of time, which could be taken an advantage by the side of NE. What's going to be the story from here on? It's going to be the bigger question.
Well, NE and FTM, it's going to be a fight here. FTM is getting third party here, and then he actually gets one of the player takes taken down, and he gets himself 6 kills right now. Dennis is the only casualty there. Kaushal gets the kill on the rock, actually confirms it as well. Comrade will get eliminated. Friday Moon is getting eliminated in position number 2 right now. And then Nepal and Nepal-ESPORTS. Well, one thing's for sure, Nepal is going to be in the name of the final, the winner of the Booyah here, but Nepal-ESPORTS have 3, Naya Nepal only have 2, Zazboy and Cow. That's not a good sign here. Wukong being used, perfect dodge, but coming in, but Cow, I think he's in a lot of trouble. He will get taken down. Kaushal, that is, guard Nepal-ESPORTS on the verge of getting himself a back-to-back Booyah. The only survivor on the side of Naya Nepal is Zazboy. Zazboy's out, and he will get out of the server as well. Naya Nepal, well, nice try, but Nepal-ESPORTS, well, that was the last game was their, turn-on factor, and after that, they're not going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. When there's a confident boost coming in from one game, you can expect it to continue for another game whatsoever. All these things done. I want to say one point over here. It was Dave from far away with the sniper doing the job. Even Sandeep Gamer was grabbing attention of the enemies. He was from far away with those snipers doing the damage and taking down enemies as well. And that was a really, really good thing to see. A good gameplay coming in, a good teamwork, I would like to say. Even though they had FTM, they saw that FTM having a divided attention. They took advantage of it and made it inside the circle rather than decimating them, and that was the most important thing for us to see. And Sandeep Gamer leading everything, being that person, the distractor for the team, did the right thing. And at the end of the day, this is what we can expect from Nepal-ESPORTS, performing back-to-back 2 Booyahs can give an additional point for themselves and making sure that they cement themselves in the top 3 in the day 1 itself, and giving it a very good opportunity for them to get selected into the next round.
Well, that is true. They might as well just made their way into the top right now. It's not just about this. I don't think this time they had 15 kills, but they did have their fair share amount of kills with 12 points as well. Absolutely beautiful gameplay coming in from them, especially after the first 4 games, which did not go in. First 3 games. I'm sorry, that did not go well in their favor. But that 4th game, that was the calling. For the victory for them. We got that Booyah. Now in the 5th map as well, they get that Booyah. Now, can they end the day off strong as well with another Booyah? I mean, it's not easy to get 3 Booyahs back. It's not easy to get 2 Booyahs back to back.
Absolutely.
3 Booyahs back to back. Well, if it happens, then Nepal-ESPORTS, they are one hell of a team. And once again, KM Brotherhood. This is not what I was expecting. Not the day 1 that I wanted them to have at least.
Yeah, but still, they had put up some average pointers for themselves, so they still have a fighting chance on day 2 is what I would like to say. But I'm looking forward to see the overall points table and see where these teams are standing. With 2 games back-to-back going in favor of Naya Nepal, I don't think, it's going to be easy for other teams to actually build up that momentum, because they not only had, placement points, but they also had some decent frags. I saw that 6 or 7 is what they were having before entering into that final phase of the game. So I do believe that they'll have a better opportunity. The final map of the day is going to be something unique for us to see, but for now we'll be looking at the map Wise Scorecard. Yes, 8 frags in total is what they'll be carrying at the end of the day, with a total of 12 rank points, making it a 20, 2 back-to-back 20s, 40 big points coming in from their side. FTM on the other side, even though they got down in the 3rd position because of the kills they had retained, they'll be holding the 2nd spot with 16. Naya Nepal, a good consistency coming in from their side. 15 is where they'll be standing. FinestAssassin, they'll be holding the 12-pointer. Dada Gang with 12, and SHREE again the 6th position. This team is showing consistency every single time. They have 8 points for themselves, which could be a key point for them to make it into the next round.
Yeah, they did. They are showing up consistently. in that top six position, but they need at least a couple of good finishes, right? Maybe a top two finish, maybe a top three finish at least in one of the games to make it into the top six. Because being six all the time is not a good thing. And I don't think they have made their way into the top three yet for the day. So maybe this last game, it can be a good thing if they end up in the top three. But yeah, being consistently in the top six sometimes can be good enough. But just make sure that you get a couple more kills, couple more rank points every time that you try. Being getting 8 points, well, not a bad thing. But Nepal Esports, as you said, 45 around, sorry, 47 kills. Sorry, for 47 points in two matches, I believe. That is their score. But talking about the lower half, let's see. Tonde Gamer, 5 rank points, 2 kill points, total points of 7, arms of 4, 3 rank points, 0 kill points, total points of 3. Dada Gang Thunders, 1 kill. Well, not the kind of game that they wanted, but they have 2 kills. KM Brotherhood. This is not what I expect. Like, this is not what anyone would have expected coming out from them, especially after the group stages, especially after the qualifiers, I believe. 2 rank points, no kills. They're in 10th position here, Arka. What do you think about that?
See, I would like to say that the teams on the bottom have to make sure that they pick up the firepower, right? Because nobody's got more than 2 frag for themselves. That comes up to say that they are the teams getting decimated in the initial fights itself. So these are the teams who have to make sure that the initial fights go in their favor, or else this could be the fate for them for the rest of the games. If that is not happening, make sure that they come late into the circle where they're not going to be getting into any kind of skirmishes in the beginning. Go for an off, place where it comes to looting as well. Not go to your specific loot drops or get into any kind of skirmish in the drop locations itself. That should be the only key for success for them at this point of time. But all these things said and done, not the position in where we wanted to see Tonde Gamers as well. But yes, all things said and done, Edge, the final map of the day, what are you expecting, and which team do you expect to see, who'll be leading it from the front and making sure they get more frags for themselves? Because right now, Nepal Esports are actually, making a balance, striking a balance between the offensive and defensive gameplay. But what are you expecting in the final map of the day?
Well, I think, keeping expectations aside, I actually want SHREE to make a good performance, a
Yep,
good score this time
yep,
around,
yep,
getting
yep.
themselves for maybe in the top three. But talking about the expectations, I expect Brotherhood to show up once again. Yes, 5 games did went to shit, if I'm not wrong. So the at least the last game, if they end off the day well, then they can start off tomorrow feeling confident, right? Because right now I'm pretty sure this is they must be feeling really, really low. But Dada Gang, on the other hand, they had a really good start for the day. After that, it's not been a great day for them. So I'm expecting them to show up as well. Nepal Esports, well, the last 2 games they did prove us what they are capable of, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep doing that. But Tunde Gamers and KM Brotherhood, these 2 teams are the ones I'm expecting to pop off and end the day off strong and come
Yep.
back stronger tomorrow.
Yep, absolutely. But at the same time, the team which is going to put a lot of points on board in day one itself would have done the heavy lifting, and all they have to do is concentrate on getting an average of 5 to 6 for the rest of the day. And I do believe that it's going to be easy, and it's going to be probably it's like it's a favorable situation, right, for those teams who do the heavy lifting on the day one. So the second day is going to be much more easier for them. All these things said and done, the final map of the day is going to be very unique, is what I would like to say, because this time everybody will be going for an all-out brawl. Those people are not working it out. When the firepower is not working it out, they'll be like, final map of the day, let's just go all in ruthless. Let's try to connect as much as possible, so that even though we're getting taken down, we're going to have some kills in our name. But the teams on the top will be trying to balance it out, not getting into skirmishes, trying to make it late into the circle, because they want to maintain an average of 10 yet again. So let's see, all these things said and done, I'm wanting to see how things will turn out for most of those teams, because yeah, one point is always there. I have been seeing 2 3 teams actually not getting anything, not even placement points or kill points. So what is the one thing you would want to suggest those teams on the bottom?
Well, I mean, we already know what those teams are. They're just teams that's not having a good time, right? We'll just name it. It's fine. Brotherhood is one of them. Arms of Four. These two teams, they need to step up really, really huge. And at the same time, there's one more team, FinestAssassin. This time they had a good run, but last time I don't think they had a really good one. So Brotherhood and Arms of Four, this is the time for them to get their revenge, maybe, kind of. They have nothing to lose moving on into the last game of the day. Right? They have nothing to lose. They're already at the bottom of the scorecard. So might as well just pull
Yep.
out everything that they have in their strat book, in their miracle bag, whatever it is. Pull out every single thing you have, because this is the final time. I mean, we know, guys, we know you are tired playing 5 maps back to back. This is a 6 map that you're going in. But yes, after this, I mean, after you put in everything that you got in this final map of the day, you can take a break and come back stronger tomorrow, feeling good as well if you pull out everything, right? If you're at the bottom of the scoreboard, I mean, if you're at the bottom of the scoreboard with like 2 to 3 point difference, or maybe even a 5 point difference, it's fine. Having 10 to 20 point difference, well, that's gonna be stuck in your head, because 10 to 20 point difference cannot be recovered easily, Arka. We all know that, right?
I
5 to
agree.
10, maybe it's possible, but 10 to 20, that does not seem possible. So all the teams at the bottom, bottom quarter of the scoreboard, all I'm gonna say is you gotta just make sure to bring out your A game in this final map of the day.
Absolutely, but at the same time, I also want to say that if not the A game, if you feel that it's teams are not actually getting, no matter how much they try. For example, they want to bring their A game for the teams on the bottom specifically. They come in for a skirmish and they lose a player. It's important for them to immediately fall back, strategize or counter strategize, and make sure that they play for survival points, because every time they get into a fight, immediate decimation is what they're undergoing, and that is not you would not want. That is what you not want to have in your team. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be stepping into the final map of the day any second soon. So make sure that you share it among your friends so that they can come and enjoy the final map of the day. This is going to be the map of Kalahari, where everything is on stake for the teams on the bottom and the teams on the top. Since their fingers are on fire, they'll be looking forward for more kills. So this is the last chance for you guys, as we'll be stepping into the final map of the day. Edge, to name one team which can outperform everybody else. Just one name, and we'll be stepping into the map.
Well, FTM, that's all I'm going to say. FTM is the team I believe is going to be outplaying, outnumbering, outkilling every single team in the server right now. And with that, we have the map of Kalahari. Players are already jumping out. This is state number 1, map number 6, group 2 of the Infinix Smartphone presents World Esports Cup, Nepal Group Stages, final map of the day, and Arca. Once again, the flight path, 60-40, pretty even. Stone Ridge is the blue zone. What do you think? Do you think any team, looks like Nepal-ESPORTS wants to go there?
Yeah, and I do, one more thing which I would like to say in this map is that those teams holding the center of the circle have always, center of the map has always been blessed. I just hope this time it changes and it goes to the complete southern eastern side or the southern western side, giving an opportunity for the team over there as well. Nepal-ESPORTS is the team which has gone for the Stone Ridge. They'll be blessed with a lot of loot and they'll be looking forward to decimate teams. And we can already see that, everybody are on the verge of picking up the right kind of ammunition for themselves. As I said, those teams which are not working out for them, things are not working for them, they'll have to actually come back late into the circle. Team TG are at this point of time farming it out towards the side of confinement, and what I'm hoping to see them getting the early knocks and getting some kills for themselves, because Karki has been doing his best for the team, doing most of the heavy lifting, and still not blessed with a lot of good things. But this time, hopefully the story turns around for them.
Well, yeah, hopefully the story turns around. But no gunshots being fired this time around. So one thing's for sure, this is not going to be one of those maps where there's going to be some quick fights, the early fights, and the quick aggression coming in. Teams are going to be taking their time. As this is the final map of the day, they don't need to worry about going into another one. This is their do or die situation. You lose, you go home, you take rest, that's it. And if you're one of the teams that's at the bottom, if you die first, well, that's going to be an issue, and you might have to practice all day long. But teams that are at the top of the scoreboard, I still think they will practice, but not as much as, the teams that are at the bottom half, and they don't need to worry about the positioning anymore coming in tomorrow. Teams like Nepal-ESPORTS, they did not have a great 3 games in the beginning, but the last 2, they've had one hell of a game, 15 kills, and I think last time it was 8 kills there.
Yep, absolutely. I'm looking forward to see how things will turn out for BH as well, because this team has been trying their best. Every fight they go into, at least they try to take down one or two players and try to survive as much as possible. Sometimes, at the end of the day, as casters, you start to feel sorry for few teams because they're not able to perform. But suddenly, out of nowhere, they come out to, turn out to be something more than a beast, and they start to decimate teams. I'm looking forward to see something like that. KMPH on the other side, KM Brotherhoods are holding the side of command post, or probably the northern side of the refinery at this point of time, and they are having a very good time as nobody's going to be touching them. Team DG is not pretty far away from them, so that is where we can expect the rotation from DG to get clashed by the side of KMBH. But at the same time, KMBH have to regroup themselves, because Team DG is really good at pushing in against any team with all foremen squad. SM on the other side, we have seen that this patch has always been playing it a little far away from one another, due to which they get decimated one player at a time. So they have to always come up with a new kind of strategies, trying to stay together and make sure that they decimate teams. Team NN on the other side, I hope that they come right into the circle, because things have been going in their favor in the last two games, and if they continue to do it, they'll be putting some really good points in the overall points table.
Once again, no gunshots, 4 minutes in. Bit of damage being dealt on one of the players, and just as I say that, Deepan will get that first blood. I believe that's the car 98. Will get that one. PM opening things up. Deepan will get the first blood of the final map here. They must be feeling really strong. BM, they had a really good day so far, if you ask me. Not the worst performances, not a great one as well. A decent, about average is what I feel like. DG, on the other hand, DG Thunder, that is, DADAGANG Thunder. They had a really bad day, right? They tried to do something, but it didn't work out in their favor. And Simon's bleeding. He's freezing to death, and holy, will get that kill with the grenade. PACH. 1 kill to their name as well, and Arms of 4. Looks like they are the ones in trouble right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Arms of 4 not having such a good day, and looks like those teams who are not having a good day are actually also not having a good time in this map as well. They're getting decimated as well. The Jack gets taken down, the last man standing. Let's see how far he can survive, how well he can survive. He's pretty much in the crosshairs of Holy at this point of time, who knows the location of this enemy. He's going to come in from every look and corner, make sure that he detects his enemy as well. S5 on the other side, this Punch team is having a very good time in this map. They came in, they tried to backstab a team, third party a team, and actually got the kills. It's going to be the last man trying to run around, do the best of what he can, but eventually he'll be decimated in the hands of S-Punch, and they'll be getting this final kill and 4 frags for themselves, the first team to get 4 kills for themselves. But also they have to watch the team in close proximity with one another, because map Kalahari is a map where any team can come close to you. Make sure that they decimate you, because this gives a lot of scope for third party, and it looks like nobody's going to coming in. On the other side, FTM is getting paid in the hands of TMP. FTM losing a player now. A comeback is being come in from the side of TMP. Let's see how well that is going to turn out for them.
Well, Comrade will take down SHREE with the shotgun right there. I believe that's the M18. Well, Novi will get a beautiful shot onto one of the players there. With the AWM confirms it as well. Well, AWM, we were talking about it. 1 shot, 1 kill. It's an easy one if you know how to use it, but can't be hits. Well, better start is all I will say. They didn't lose a player, they only have 1 kill. Suzian, on the other hand, will get 1 of the kills. FTM, well, I just said they were going to be the team that's going to be outplay everyone. Looks like everyone's going to be proving me wrong today. FinestAssassins, on the other hand, get eliminated here in position number 11. FTM, they get 1. FTM, they're going to be third partied here. Oh no, this is not looking good for them. Can't be heads though. They might as well be fourth partied as well. There's 3 teams right here. They can actually get taken down. Aizen, beautiful grenade there, Arka.
Absolutely, it's going to be Sangam who's got taken down as well. A good trade coming in. Team DG is also trying to do a third party over here. This could be a blessing in disguise for the team on the top. Look at that. Dipanjal just goes in, Deepjal just goes in and takes down a player as well. It's going to be Team DG trying to take the fight into the face of the enemies. They want to make sure that they get the bigger chunk of whatever is happening over here. It's going to be FTM on the top will be wanting all of this to happen. And finally KMBH is falling back at this point of time. KM Brotherhood, somewhere they had a very good advantage of decimating the whole squad of KM, but on the other side the story became different as they got a blessing in disguise. That's going to be Team DG.
Well, DGX. Is that DG? I think that's DGX, right? Never mind, that is DG. So, no, it is DGX. Well, let's see what happens here. Right now, it's gonna be KMBH in a lot of trouble. Everything goes down as well. DG, they do have a casualty. Nobi with the AWM in the wrong range. Beautiful shot! Whoa! Nobi. That was sick coming in from him. And there you go, he gives the information that 2 of them have been knocked. And finally, the wall is up, but he has 2 rifles. He has 2 snipers there, Arka.
Yeah, absolutely. A quick switch between the 2 shots can actually give them an opportunity. He puts another man down, giving an opportunity for Deepu to actually cook a very good grenade. He puts a nice grenade to restrict a player so that, they can rush in easily. Deepu is also having a plan in his mind, but Sangam on the other side, they've lost Sangam, and that could be the point of concern with the Max 7 trying to push in. He tries to go in. He doesn't see that there's a player pretty close by. He falls back, and a very good fallback coming in from him is what I would like to say. Let's see how much more opening can the sniper give as the push comes in from the side of Team DG, takes down a player. KMBH on the other side are getting a taste of their own medicine is what I would like to say. They've converted this to a 2v3 where everything was going in their favor. Team DG will have an higher advantage over here, and KM Brotherhood is falling back as quick as possible, or else they might get decimated as well. For now, let's look at how things are going to turn out for them as well. Team DG at this point of time, I've got 3 men standing. What a good comeback coming in from their side. We did not expect them to, somewhere I felt that they would have got decimated. 2 players would have actually come in and made sure that they take them down. But ultimately, the way they made a comeback over here, made sure that, once they got revived, they go in and face the enemy front, or, on a frontal battle and decimate them. It's going to be KM Brotherhood losing another player. 2 men left out. They're going to be falling back with that vehicle, trying to get more farming in the name and holding a position where they'll be playing for placement points from here on.
Yep, but KBS on the other hand only have 3 kills. The other last 2 players. It's not the kind of gameplay that we wanted. They did start off strong this time, having 3 kills. I think the highest for the day. No, actually, they had 4 kills the other day. Sorry, the other map. So they almost have much better kills when compared to their previous performances. But let's see, it's not just about that. They need to make sure that they end up in the top 8 at least. Being anything below 8 position, not a great performance, especially for the team like KMBH. A lot of expectations coming in, not just from us, but a lot of fans as well. A lot of fans worldwide. They know KMBH. They've been playing for a really long time, and after the performance in the qualifiers, we all expect a lot of things from them. But let's see what happens. And once again, Arka, you hated this center of the zone circle. Well, once again, it's damn right in the center. It's exactly.
Absolutely.
It's like someone's pinpointing it.
Absolutely, but at the same time, it's very. It's been a really long time since I've seen a circle like this in the map of Kalahari, right? Somewhere where command post is going to be that the team to first hold that position, especially to the center of the circle itself, where they want to hold that hard cover, can give them a very good opportunity is what I would like to say. Team DG with all 4 men standing gives them an opportunity to take this, final booyah of the day. But I don't know, Emi has also got all 4 men standing. Sandeep Gamer on the other side with that ACAT was able to pick up a frag, give that ray of hope for the team as they will be trying to push in. KM Brotherhood on the other side will be decimated and completely out of this game. This overall points table this time is going to be so different, and I'm wanting to see how it's going to be. Team DG on the other side, they have to make it inside the circle. I think this is going to be the side of somewhere I have a little bit of a doubt of who this team is. It's going to be Tonde. Is this Tonde?
Yeah, that TGR is Tonde, and he is NEPAL-ESPORTS, and they're actually doing really good right now. It's gonna be SHREE PACH with 1 more kill on the Naya Nepal. Will get 1 more kill, and Kush will take down another player on the side of Naya Nepal. That is Kaushal goes down. TGR, that is Sunday Gamer. They're still feeling really confident. Abayon with the M10, that is the auto shotgun. Kipel confirmed that kill, and that zone going right down in the center. That is something beautiful to watch. Something it always goes to the center, but not exactly like someone's been pointing it. But Suhan will get one with the shotgun. Abeon with the powerful gets another one to 0 with the auto sniper. Abeon, Suhan, Dada Gang goes out. BM, 5 kills, feeling really, really confident. That M18 is really strong, Arka.
Absolutely, in a close range fight, if you're able to place that process perfectly, that is what it can give you. On the other side, look at what's happening over here. The champions of the two games are actually being challenged at this point of time by the side of Tonde gamers. They want to push in as soon as possible to make sure that they decimate the side of Team NE. The grenades are not actually landing at the right spot, is what I would like to say. But in case it does, give an opportunity. Sparky takes down a player, eventually, confirming him as well. Hand grenades are also being held by the side of Team NE. That could be the point of concern for the side of Team TGE. On the other side, he gets taken on by the side of Team TGE. Third party coming in out of nowhere, making sure that that give an opportunity for the side of Team NE to actually decimate a team, and also give them an opportunity to make it inside the circle, because now everybody are outside the circle except for team number 9. But we have to see whether Team NE will be making it inside, because they have a very, very good opportunity of doing it over here. And we all know Team TGR is going to restrict them as much as possible. If NE is restricted at this time, that gives an opportunity for another team to pick it up. Grenades everywhere, and we can see some kills also being picked up. NE doing the job, Sandeep Gamer doing as much as possible as well. He's the last man standing. Is going to be they've decimated at the nth moment. Team TGR on the verge of elimination is what I would like to say, because they have the last man standing. More grenades are going to be cooked against them. It's going to be the side of BM doing the job against them. They do not have much to work out for. Just 2 more healings is what he has. How well can he survive this, as the final circle is again gone away from most of these teams? More grenades are being cooked. What do you have to say about this? Grenades at the end of the day. We said that there's not much grenades and snipers. We are going to be proved wrong at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure these teams have been watching the streams, but can I take a look at the map, please? I really want to see how the map looks, because is that right at the center, the zone? It's absolutely beautiful, but BM on the other hand, Naya Nepal, they get eliminated by BM. 8 kills already to the name. DJX are still alive, 3 kills. That's it. But they're still alive. They were actually being, challenged by KM Brotherhood the other time. But this time, they're feeling really confident here, Arca. And we still have 5 squads, 11 players still in here. Let's see who comes out on top here. Any more grenades? I don't think there's any grenades left on anyone.
Yeah, there was a grenade, but eventually that man gets taken down, giving an opportunity now for his teammate to pick him up. In case he does, then that's an opportunity for them to decimate the side of BH. But it looks like he's going to be left out to bleed out. It's going to be Team DG doing the damage. They want to push into the circle as quickly as possible. Punch on the other side wants to pick up before he gets down. That's going to be Kush doing the most of the job for the team. But he has to watch out for the grenade right in front of him getting cooked. It's going to be Sabi doing the most of the job for the team. Let's see how things will go on, as Team DG is left out with 2 more players. It's going to be 5 teams standing with 7 players, and I don't know how this is happening for the first time in the final circle. 5 teams still standing with 7 men all over the map.
I mean, most of the teams, they have only 1 or 2 players. 1 player left, to be honest. It's going to be Brotherhood getting eliminated in 5th position there by DGX Thunder. They're having a really good time this time. They're one of the teams at the bottom of the scoreboard, but BM on the other hand, 9 kills already to their name. Suwan is the only survivor. He has really low points of health. But here we go, the 6th zone coming into play. That's going to be the dead zone. It's going to be the end. It's going to be DG taking 1 more player down. It's going to be Sweepers getting eliminated in position number 4. 3 more squads, 4 more players alive. Let's see if DG can take him on the top. BM, they get eliminated by Thunder Gamer. Thunder Gamer still alive. He's going to get taken down. Finally, DGX Thunder. What a game coming in from them. Those 2 players at the end, they've managed to survive. Hands up, 4 kills, the MVP, and rightfully so. Actually, everyone on their side did really, really well, except the guy who actually died pretty early.
Yep, absolutely. This is the first time we are able to see that Dada Gang Thunders. Everything went into the favor. The old school gameplay coming in successful for them, and I do believe that they're going to be happy to end the day with such a good note. But at the same time, how many frags did they have is going to be the bigger question. Once we step into the scoreboard, we'll be able to see most of it. But Edge, tell me, which is that one team which actually stood out for you apart from the side of Dada Gang Thunders? Because we all know that the circle played against every single team over there. Nobody had the control of the center of the zone, so everybody had to make it slow into the circle, burn their resources with glue walls as they make it inside. So one other team which actually impressed you?
Well, I mean, any other team that actually impressed me has to be, the third team. I believe that was Naya Nepal. actually the team. It wasn't because they had a lot of kills. It wasn't because they were alive in the top 5, top 6. It was just that, I mean, there was this moment where
Yep.
I actually saw they were throwing grenades one after another on two sides. There was a wall. One of them threw it on the left, one of them threw it on the right. So that particular gameplay, I actually fell in love with. So this is the kind of teamwork that I wanted to see. They were out there in the open. They knew they were going to go down. They did still manage to get
Yep.
that kill, and then they went down in the end. But they still got that 1 point extra, right? So that might be, the turning factor for the side of Naya Nepal. So I think that one play impressed me. So I'm just gonna say the entire team impressed me as well.
Yeah, at the same time, just imagine Nepal get selected because of 1 point, and I do believe that this is going to be that 1 point which has done the job for them. The overall map-wise scoreboard is going to be like this: Dada Gang coming on the top with 19 points, ending the day in a good note. SHREE Punch also, you said that this is one of those teams who can actually do it. It looks like they've also proved you right. 15 points is what they'll have. Tonde Gamers with 15. BSHOW on the other side, after having a bad day, somehow they're going to end up in a good way as well. So it looks like all the teams on the bottom have actually had a good ending for the day.
Yeah, I mean, all the teams at the bottom of half of the scoreboard in the previous, I mean, up until now, the 5 maps, it looks like they had a good day. Nepal Esports once again made it into the top 6, which is a really good thing to watch. Dada Gang Thunders to 19 points. Well, that's a performance. Free Punch finally put up a better performance than what they had last time, last 5 times. So that was another team that was really good. Thunder Gamer, 6 points of kills. BM, they only had 1 kill. I did not know that. I actually thought they had more kills, but they only had 1 kill. They survived till the top 3, so brings the total up to 9. Brotherhood, 2 kills, 6 rank points, brings the total up to 8. Nepal, 4 + 2, that's 6 total points. But you gotta admit, all the teams that were at the top half of the scorecard, this time they were all kicked out.
Yeah, absolutely. The second half of the table have a very different story. You say Arms of Four not ending good. Finest Assassins not going there. Dada Gang for the first time in the bottom 3. FTM also over here. KM Brotherhood was somehow able to, come up with something different. But Naya Nepal on the other side, they are on the 6th and the 7th position every now and then. So overall points table, can be a little different. So let's see how things will go on, and we'll be able to, come up to say that at the end of the first day, which team is actually doing a good job, which team is actually going down on a sad note. But somewhere I feel that it's going to be a very neck to neck fight, at the end of the day in the scoreboard, because everybody had a good game. Specifically, it was the other gang who started off really well. Then we had Tonde Gamers also playing really well. Then we had NE coming in the final game, going in for the other game, Thunders. I do believe that, everybody in the table had a very good game. In the overall points table, the team on the top is going to be Tonde Gamers with 70 points. Right then being is going to be Nepal-ESPORTS with 70, the other gang with 62, FTM with 60, SHREE Punch with 56, and KM Brotherhood 52. Look at the difference, not far away. It's just that, 19 to 18 point difference to the top table. So everybody still have a fighting chance into the top 6.
I'm surprised to see KM Brotherhood on the top, to be honest. I mean, top 6. They somehow managed to make their way into the top 6. They did not have a great performance overall, but I mean, when you consider all the 6 games, I believe it's good enough, right? Other teams had a worse day. That's all I'm gonna say. KM Brotherhood, that's not the gameplay we expected. 52 is not what we want. We wanted to see them at least on 100 points. That is the kind of potential that they have. Thunder Gamers, on the other hand, 71. Nepal-ESPORTS, those 2 games gave them 47 points. So they kind of had 23 before. They had 23 points in 4 maps, 43 in 2. That is exactly why they're sitting in that top 2nd position pretty comfortably right now. Dada Gang 62, FTM, as you said, not a lot of a difference there. I mean, 70, 71, 62, 60, 56, 52. Not a lot of difference there, Arka. But moving on forward, tomorrow, let's see if these teams can, secure and, defend their positions, or any of the teams from the bottom. Maybe they'll be knocking at the door.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward for how many people can be knocked at the door, or how many people are going to get knocked trying to touch the door itself because of the landmines we're going to be put in front of them. All these things said and done, the second half of the table is what I'll be looking for. Let's keep an average of 55 is what you'll need, 55 pointers, which is going to be the average on the top 6. From the 7th position, I know it's still going to be a close call coming in until the final position itself. For the final 2, I don't have much ray of hope, much hope for them, and every game is going to be like very next to bleak itself. So 51-51, look at that again coming in. 2 teams, Dada Gang Thunders and Naya Nepal, have 51 points for themselves. FinestAssassin with 46, BSHOW Gamers with 36. As I said, the final 2 teams do not have a fighting chance. It's next to bleak at this point of time. But if they can do some wonders tomorrow, come back and get all games in their name and get more than 50 points in day 2, I do believe that they'll have a very good opportunity to the top 6. But for now, till the 9th position, everybody have a fighting chance into the top 6. Clearly, BSHOW will have to do something, more than the ordinary to actually make it into the top 6.
Well, the bottom half of the scorecard, it makes a bit more sense here. I mean, Brotherhood, yeah, they did not have a good time at all. 14, I don't think they have any chance of qualifying, especially if they put up a similar performance tomorrow as well. But DADAGANG Thunders and Naya Nepal, 1 point away from that top 6 position, right? They have a good amount of kills as well, not terrible. They're just 1 point away from that top 6 finish. Let's see if, tomorrow, one thing's for sure, there are going to be changes in that scorecard. Drastically, as people say. But thing is, the top 2 teams, TONDE Gamers and Nepal-ESPORTS, I still think they'll be securing a top 3 to 4 finish. But let's see, KM Brotherhood, Nepal-ESPORTS, Naya Nepal, sorry, not Nepal-ESPORTS, Naya Nepal, and Dada X Thunders. Let's see, maybe one of these teams might actually come out knocking on that KM Brotherhood's door, because there's only 1 point difference. And talking about the top 5th team, I believe there's another team. Just give me 1 second. I think SHREE has had a good run as well. So I think SHREE and KM Brotherhood, tomorrow they need to make sure to increase that deficit, maybe by 10 more points. Otherwise, the teams like Naya Nepal, teams like FinestAssassin as well, they have a slight chance of making it tomorrow. Maybe they can actually secure a top 6 and completely upset everyone, upset the fans of teams like KM Brotherhood.
Yep, let's see whether the speculations will be coming out true. We're going to be taking a short break, after which we're going to be showing you how the highlights has been. Like, the whole of these things are going to be put up in front of you guys to see which team performed when and how, and who have got a good opportunity for tomorrow. This is going to be me. This is going to be Arka. With me is going to be Edge. For the first time, I'm going to be changing names, I do believe. And let's see how things will go. For now, this is going to be a short break, and we're going to be right back.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Infinix Smartphone Presents World Esports Cup, brought to you by India Today Gaming, and as always, broadcast partner Playtonia with radio partner Ish. This is me, Edge, alongside with Arka. We have already done with Group Two, day number one of the Nepal Group Stages. So before we jump into the highlights, Arka, do you have anything to say about the day that we just witnessed?
I would like to say this was a more mature gameplay, a more mature teams playing it out with one another. Everybody have done their homework perfectly to see, which team to actually take down, how to take down a team. The key players were always targeted, due to which, some team had already counter strategized against that, telling that every time I get target, I'm going to move around, be a bait, and that is when you guys strike. So all such strategies were coming in as we step into the highlights. Most of it's going to be evidently visible.
Yep, I mean, it was pretty clearly visible. Although we were there, we were just watching the entire game. It was one hell of a day. We expected KM Brotherhood to come out on top, but that wasn't the case. It was all I believe it was Dada Gang that came out on top with the first map. But anyway, for FTM, they had a really good day today as well, making sure that they get as many kills as they can. TGR, on the other hand, they did end the day really, really strong, coming out with 71 points, sitting at top of the scoreboard. Along with a team like NEPAL-ESPORTS, 70 points, 1 point difference, but a win is a win. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, that's what they say. And TONDE will take that spot. But they gotta make sure that they defend it. KM Brotherhood get eliminated in position number 8 in the first match of the day. That was a big surprise to everyone, including me, including Tanya, including you, I believe, as well, Arka.
Yeah, absolutely. But at the same time, I want to see how Team DG's gameplay has gone through, because at one point of time when they had a really bad day, look at how they're getting decimated. Even though it was the last player standing, unwantedly standing out in the open, rather taken advantage of that, glue wall. It looks like something was not going in their favor. But ultimately, at the final moment of the day, it was all a different story. But for now, we'll be looking at the highlights where we saw some grenades also coming into play. KMBH on the other side looked very promising when it comes to the side of in the map of Purgatory. They started off the fight really well, ended it really well as well. But on the other side, the team which looked more consistent for me is obviously going to be the side of Sepach.
Yep, I mean, three parts J, they were having a really good time. Nepal-ESPORTS, okay, they did come out on in the second position in that map number 2, but this is the map number 3, Kalahari, where I believe you joined in our cover. This was a beautiful match as well coming in. We had a lot of long range fights. Nepal-ESPORTS, once again, as I said, they did not have a really good first 3 games. Yes, they did come out in that second position, but they didn't have a lot of performances, a lot of plays that were actually worthy enough to talk about. But talking about the other teams like DGX, they were actually bottom of the scoreboard for a lot of time, long period of times as well. Tonde Gamers, they were consistent. They were consistently good. This was the best performance coming in from KM Brotherhood in a third place finish. That was it. That was the best place finish. Can you believe this, guys? I mean, you don't. I mean, every time you hear the word KM Brotherhood, you never say it, the best they could do was a third place finish. The best they could do was like maybe 20 kills, 30 kills. That's what you usually hear. But this time, this was not the day. This was a map of Bermuda. This was a map that actually enhanced the gameplay of Nepal-ESPORTS, pushing them to the top of the scoreboard in the top second, but yeah, still top. PM on the other hand, this was kind of the performance that they did not want to put up, but they got absolutely decimated by the side of Nepal-ESPORTS. Naya Nepal. They had a good run in this particular map of as well, if I'm not wrong. FinestAssassin were eliminated in position number 9. But Nepal-ESPORTS, look at this. They did almost go down. The SHREE almost took down every single player. But then that's also by Dave Garg. He revives both of them, and they do manage to take down Tonde Gamer, who is actually sitting at the top, as I already said. But talking about map number 5, the map of Purgatory, this is where things got heated. Nepal-ESPORTS, after that win, they were not going to stop anytime soon. They pulled off the P90s, the Vectors, the Max, the UMPs, every single SMG in the game. They are really good with it. They jump out in the open. They managed to take down Brotherhood. They managed to take down KM Brotherhood as well. These two, I mean, Brotherhood not having a good time whatsoever anyway. But DT Thunders, even this game, they had a really terrible placement performance, right? But Naya Nepal, they were okay. They were not that great, but at the same time, they were doing decent. FTM did manage to take down KM Brotherhood. Well, yeah, Nepal-ESPORTS. I keep calling them new for some reason. But yeah, anyway, Nepal-ESPORTS, they were absolutely on fire. This map as well, making them secure another Booyah back to back. After 3 bad performances, they finally secured. And Naya Nepal, well, they wanted to get that, but Arms of 4, another team that was not doing a lot of things, they're getting eliminated early, but did not do a lot of damage whatsoever. DGX Thunder, this was the game that kind of built their confidence, is what I felt like. They were actually taking a lot of damage. They were dealing a lot of damage. This fight against KMBH, they did manage to get a couple of kills, and then they actually managed to run away. Dada Gang. Actually, there was a game where I actually confused DGX for DG. Well, this game, DG, they got eliminated, trashed by DGX, to be honest. KM, on the other hand, this grenades. I think they hurt us out. We were talking about Nepal region not using a lot of grenades, but this match, there were grenades everywhere on the server, on the map. This final zone was really exciting to see. 5 teams, 7 players, and at the end, I mean, BM, they only had 1 kill, but TGR, they managed to get as many as they can. But you gotta hand it. DGX, that was their best performance of the day, and they can have a good night's sleep, if you ask me.
Absolutely, because most of these teams are going to have a good night's sleep, but the teams on the bottom is going to be not having any kind of good sleep, because they'll be trying to do their homework. They'll be trying to see what are the chances, which are the teams which actually need to get taken down so that they can be performing better tomorrow. And then we also have to see how these teams are going to counter strategize, because now the strategy is pretty much an open book for every team. So they have to come up to do something different from tomorrow, because it's a neck to neck battle, right? I've not seen such close battle coming in from any group so far. It's the last group of the day we're actually doing this. All these things said and done, Edge, I mean, what a day it has been. What a I would like to say we cannot expect anything more intense than this when it comes to the final moments of this tournament itself. Now we are more than halfway through in this tournament. Anytime soon we'll be able to see some more better, but at the same time, this is the last moments of today where it's time for us to say goodbye to you guys. Do not forget that tomorrow's 6 matches is going to be absolutely intense, because all of these players are having a neck to neck fight into the next round, and the best of these will be making it into the next round. As we said, this is Infinite Smartphone World Esports Cup presented by India Today Gaming. Broadcast partner is going to be Platonia Esports. Radio partners is going to be Ishq 104.8. This is Arka with Ed signing off. You guys on the English desk. We're going to be back again tomorrow. Until then, take care, sweet dreams, and adios.